America, and you can see the beautiful Pride girls are excited and ready to party. My name is KGK, and welcome to Yokohama, Japan, the Pride Fighting Championships.
Boss, I've been looking all over for you. We gotta get to work. Okay. Hey. Hi, my name is Stephen Quadros, and welcome to the Pride Fighting Championships Clash of the Titans. Boss Rutan, former UFC heavyweight champion, with me at ringside. Tonight, you're gonna see why Pride is the #1 organization in mixed martial arts and is really like a great big casino where fighters put everything on the line, their careers, their lives, in that ring. And pro wrestler from Japan, Takayama, will be doing that against Fujita. Also, another clash of the Titans, Igor Vovchanchyn from Ukraine, is going to be going up against Gilbert Yvel from Holland. Now, Igor has got that right hand. Now, boss, if Igor was coming at you with that right hand, what would you do?
No, what you shouldn't do is this, just get the punch, because that probably will knock you out and you go straight back to the dressing room. No, you're gonna try to go to the side and counter it with a right straight. That would be a good thing to do, but Igor also has that really strong left hook. I would duck it and also counter it with a right straight. Now, everybody knows that Igor Vovchanchyn, after a combination, he really likes it to throw a liver kick. Now, when he throws the liver kick, block, and again, a right straight would be very nice to do.
But Gilbert has got the flying knees, and he's got that left high kick.
Imagine, I would be Gilbert Yvel. I would come at you with the flying knee. What would you do? No, wait. I mean, if you would be Igor Vovchanchyn, then I would be Gilbert Yvel. Okay. What would you do? Here we go. Boom! Oh, yeah, I wouldn't like that.
Drop the right hand.
I wouldn't like that. But we saw Gilbert Yvel giving that left high kick to Big Daddy Goodrich. Watch when this is gonna happen. That can hurt him. So that, I don't think that they should do. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Is your foot okay?
Yeah, my foot is still fine. Here we go. Left. Boom.
Right low kick. That's how you defend that. Or you throw the right hand over the top.
Oh,
right here.
Oh, that hurts me again.
You all right, boss?
I'm okay.
I'm sorry, boss.
Okay.
Okay, another great matchup. We have the UFC invading Pride. Chuck Liddell just KO'd Kevin Randleman in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. He's stepping into Pride now to fight one of our best fighters in Guy Mesgir. On paper, they both look like carbon copies of each other, boss.
Carbon copies, exactly. They're both good wrestlers, they're both good strikers, they're both the same height, the same weight, and they're probably even the same age. We don't know, but everything looks the same. Is this going to be a striking match, or will this fight go into the ground? We don't know. We just have to wait and see.
And the Texas Crazy Horse. He is Keith Haring, and he's coming up the heavyweight division fast. He lives in Holland now. He's going to be facing the Fists of Fury from Brazil in Vitor Belfort. That's going to be interesting.
Again, what you said, interesting, because Vitor Belfort, the last 2 times that we saw him fight, or 3 times, he took the fight to the ground, and everybody knows that he's very good with his hands. But can he take Keith Haring to the ground? Because Keith Haring's originally a wrestler. And will he take the fight to the ground? Does he want to, or is he going to use his hands? And Keith Haring has been training for a year and a half now on Thai boxing with one of the greatest Thai boxing coaches in the world. So does it matter if it doesn't go to the ground? Again, we're going to wait and see.
The third member of our broadcast team is Risa Stegmeyer, and she's backstage right now conducting interviews and giving us all kinds of interesting information. Risa, what's going on back there?
Thanks, boss, and thanks, Steven. Now, they seem pretty worked up about tonight's fight, but they are not the only ones worked up about tonight's Pride series. So is the rest of Japan. Look at all this press coverage. All the mainstream sports magazines, all the newspapers are covering the sports series. And tonight, I'm going to take you backstage to meet all the Pride fighters. This sport has become a major league sport here in Japan, and I'm going to see what makes those fighters tick. See you later.
Thank you, Risa. You know, boss, the rest of our card is stacked. We've got the return of Wanderlei Silva after that stunning upset victory over Kazushi Sakuraba. Big Daddy Gary Goodrich is back, and we have the Pride debuts of Jose Pele Landi and Valentine Overeem. So let's go down to ringside. Oops.
That was cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pride 14. 今宵もプライドにようこそ。近頃格闘技も乱れ咲き、誰も彼もが最強を名乗っている。そりゃそれで結構なことで、プライドもご多分に漏れずいろいろ言われておりますが、どうぞご自由に。プライドは初めからプライド。明らかなのは今このリングで戦う者だけが答えを出すという。さて、今宵も集まった男たちを紹介しよう。
Wow, what an intro. K. Grant never looked better than that spear, boss.
Don't tell him that. Don't tell him that, man. I'm afraid the thing is going to explode.
Okay, here we are at ringside. The Pride Fighting Championships Clash of the Titans. That was one special effect that I didn't know they could do.
I've never seen it before in my life. Tremendous.
Absolutely, that was tremendous. What can happen next? We really have some surprises in store tonight.
From Brazil, Shoji de Oliveira.
Nino Elvis Shemburi.
From Brazil, Nino Elvis Shemburi.
第2試合、松井大二郎。
From Japan.
There he is, Daijiro Matsui.
From Brazil, Pelé.
Jose Pele Landy, he's happy to be here.
Look at him smile.
第3試合、
One of Brazilian's top fighters in Vale Tudo.
Guy Metzger.
Former UFC and former King of Pancrase.
シャックリネル。
From USA, Chuck Liddell.
Chuck Liddell, you know, look at that mohawk. He looks like a fierce warrior, boss.
Oh,
第
yeah.
4試合、ゲイリー・グッドリッチ。
From Trinidad.
Speaking of fierce, the king of the interview.
オーフレーム。
From Holland.
Valentine Overeem from my country, Holland.
第5試合、ヒース・ヒーリング。
Oh yeah, Heath Herring, big Heath Herring. From the United States, currently residing in Holland. There he is. Wow, he looks like he's in shape.
He always looks like he is in shape.
第6試合、庄司明。
The Energizer mixed martial art fighter Akira Shoji.
ダン・ヘンダーソン。
And then Henderson, what can we tell about him? This guy keeps amazing us, right? What does he do?
He really does, you know, he's the working class hero,
Wanderlei Silva.
but this guy is the Terminator. Wanderlei Silva.
Oyama Shungo.
Shungo Oyama got a good right hand and some tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah, I thought it was right on that shit. Igor.
Igor Vovchanchyn.
Gilbert Yvel.
From Holland.
And there we have it, Gilbert Yvel.
第9試合、藤田和幸。
This guy is the bull. Kazuyuki Fujita. He's fighting another big-time pro wrestler here. Yoshihiro Takayama, who's coming up right about now. Where's Takayama at? Wow, what a cast of characters, boss.
This is going to be, again, an amazing show.
We've got some surprises. We got some guys that are gunning for some upsets tonight, too.
Oh, yeah, we
Pride
certainly do.
14.
Same as last time, and here we get...
己の誇りをかけて死闘を繰り広げるプライドのリング。どんなことが起きても
I feel like I'm in another world. That thing is going to
最
explode.
後まで見届け
Yeah, if he puts that cigar out, he's going to blow that bulb up.
例えば私が爆発しても
Oh,
This would be something if he knocks him down with the right hand. If he's going to win with the right hand, then I'm...
Shungo Oyama.
赤コーナー182センチ92キロバンダレイシルバ
He's doing my wrist thing, boss.
Yeah, he's got that from you. I know. He will never admit.
Yeah, right.
No.
There's the stare down. This is one of the most intimidating people I've ever seen in sports, let alone martial arts or boxing or anything. This guy looks like a mad dog.
But Oyama, it looks like he doesn't care at all.
Looks like he might be getting fired up as a result, but he better fire up and fire that right hand.
Whoa.
If Wanderlei has a weakness, it's the straight punch, but I don't believe that Oyama has the firepower to exploit that. Wanderlei's moving around. Obviously, Wanderlei doesn't feel threatened by a man who lost his last fight on a TKO and won his first fight on a one-punch knockout. A spinning back kick by Oyama. They're trading here, folks. Wanderlei, is that a takedown or a knockdown?
Whoa!
Oh, big left hand! Oyama's in big trouble here. Referee stops the fight. Okay, there it is.
Oh,
well, he hurt him. Like I said.
Yep.
Well, the crowd doesn't like that stoppage. They started throwing things in the ring, but the referee is looking out for the fighters. I understand the concern. You've got a hometown fighter here, went out on his shield punching, but against someone like Wanderlei, you could be hurt.
Yeah.
So the crowd may not have liked it, but the crowd does not pay his medical bills, and the crowd is not going to help legalize the sport.
Wow, what was the time?
The time was a TKO in 10 seconds.
Oh, that was a slow 10 seconds, right?
Yep. I think that Chembre has said that he's going to go for a knockout. He's been training in Muay Thai, Thai kickboxing under Wagner Kohler from Brazil. And he says he's going to try and do a stand-up fight, but Joe Hill laughed when I told him that. Okay. And he said that he thinks that this is going to be a great fight with Elvis. So Joe Hill versus Elvis. Both men good on the ground. We know that because Elvis has got a long history of competing. There he goes. No surprise that Elvis is going to try and take it to the ground, and he slips on that shoot.
And that's what I wanted to say before, what I said before. I think the Lucha guys have a better takedown defense. He's going to have to do better than this, especially with the new rule, kicks allowed to the head, because otherwise he's going to get knocked out.
He really is, because if he does a slow shoot like that, Joe Hill just needs to throw the soccer kick or a knee, and he's going to really hurt him. It looks like Chembre is backing up. I don't think he's trying to lure Joe Hill in. It's just that maybe he's afraid of the striking of Joe Hill. All that pre-fight talk of a knockout may have been just hyped to try and throw Joe Hill off and make Joe Hill think, well, maybe he's going to stand with me. But Joe Hill's got his hands down. Probably doesn't have a lot of respect for the stand-up ability. There's a good low kick by Joe Hill de Oliveira. And Chembre shoots in, and Joe Hill, good straight arms and a good left roundhouse kick, boss.
It looked good. It needs a little bit more timing, and then it's going to be over. But if he keeps shooting like this, he gets his takedown, and it's going to happen. I mean, the knockout is going to come here.
It looks like that experience of Joe Hill got quite a few more freestyle fights. This is Elvis's first mixed martial art fight. Hopefully he won't join the company of Saulo Ribeiro, Jean-Jacques Machado, Matt Serra, and Cape Dante, who were great jiu-jitsu stylists but went into mixed martial arts and all got beaten with strikes.
Yep. Nowadays, the game, like everybody is saying, you need to know everything. And this is going to show. This is kind of like Enzo with Henderson. You know, he couldn't take him down, and then that was a good low kick. And there we go for the takedown.
Chambray gets the takedown and into Joe Hill's guard. It's an open guard. He looks like he's got a butterfly guard there, and Chambray is trying to get half mount, or looks like he's got half mount now, which is half guard for the person on bottom. It's interesting that this is really only the second time that two Brazilian fighters of note have met in international competition. The first time being UFC star Fabiano Iha versus Kleber Luciano, and that was an extreme challenge. Fabiano won by knockout. But this is usually the Brazilians, they'll fight each other in Brazil, but they usually don't fight each other outside of Brazil.
Yeah, and why would you think, you know? It's a little strange because they're always, it's always great performance. They're great fighters from Brazil, you know. It's always a big spectacle. So why? Yeah, probably no, because, you know, they need Japanese fighters. They mix it up. Like America against Ukraine or Russia, you know, Holland versus Brazil.
Do you think that Nino's going to get them out here?
I think he is, but I think Joe Hill should have tried to twist him. Because as long as you got the arms around the neck of Joe Hill can try to twist him, and then he has to put his arms out to post, otherwise he's going to get turned. And in that moment, you can try to escape and go to a full guard.
Yeah, Nino has invented a submission move called the Gogo Plata, which he is on the bottom. Now, right now, he's on top, but a lot of those punches didn't really land yet. Both men seem very relaxed. This is where Nino wants to fight. He wants it on the ground. He wants to be on top, but he works very well, as I said earlier, from the bottom. He's a former world champion in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in 1998, and he's known as a really good submission fighter. Chopping away with that right hand. Joe Hill has a good deal of scar tissue over his forehead, and Joe Hill going for an ankle lock, and Joe Hill back up.
That's exactly what I told you before to do. He should have tried to turn. He did it, and right away he went for the leg lock. So he should do it again right now. Because they're in the same position.
Right, I think it's going to be hard to get a leg lock on Chambray because he's so adept at the grappling game.
Yeah, look, but he could have used it to try to escape. You know, now he used it for a leg lock, but next time I think it's better, it's more smart for him to get up and do the same thing as he started the fight with.
Joe Hill has been with some great fighters. Among others, he had two tremendous matches with another fighter who's on our card tonight, Jose Pele Landi. The first time Joe Hill fought Pele, he defeated him on a unanimous decision. Then they met again about a year later, and Pele avenged the loss with a unanimous 30-minute Vale Tudo rules decision over Joe Hill de Oliveira.
Yeah, Vale Tudo in Brazil is no protection, no nothing, huh?
Yeah, they do headbutts. Here in Pride, we've got quite a few rules to ensure the safety of the fighters, which is very important. I think that's very important because now that the sport is becoming more and more mainstream, especially in the United States. Interesting toe move there.
There's the toe catch. You call it the toe catch.
Yeah, we might call that the cup rob. Well, okay, back to the seriousness though. Joe Hill got a real high guard, and now Nino almost going for a north-south. He's got a good side mount. Might be going for that key lock.
It would be very strange if you can catch somebody on this level with a key lock.
Little knee there attempt by Nino from the top and the side mount. Joe Hill's also had a great match with one of the top trainers in the United States, a guy by the name of John Lewis, and that was in Extreme Fighting back in 1996. The fight was a draw, though. That was his first time fighting out of Brazil in the United States.
Yeah, there's just laying. I don't know what the referee's going to do. He should cross-face him a little bit. Trying the neck, looking for opportunities.
Those punches are very light. They're not going to do a lot of damage. Joe Hill has been bashed on the bottom before, like we say in the Brazil. They'll headbutt, they'll punch with no gloves. Right now, this looks a lot like a submission wrestling match. There are some strikes, true, but on the ground, they're working for position.
Joe Hill has been in a fire, so, I mean, if you can survive that, you pretty much can survive this too. It looks like every time when he holds his arm, Joe Hill, around the neck of Elvis, he sets it up. It's good for Elvis to make that key lock, and maybe still it's going to happen, even on this level.
Whoa, nice axe kick there. It actually was on the back of the head, which I don't know if that's legal, but I'm sure it wasn't intentional. Joe Hill had remarked to me that he thought that Carlos Newton, his previous opponent, was a stronger fighter than Nino is.
I think he's more well-rounded.
He almost turned his back to Nino. Now, that's a cautious thing. Now, Nino has the mount here. Notoriously, in the past, let's say around the early 90s to mid-90s, the mount. Now, he's going for
straight armbar.
Oh,
and he's got him.
He's got him. He really has it.
He's got him.
Tapped him. Perfect. Nino has tapped out Joe Hill de Oliveira. I am surprised.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Wow.
And fast. He set it up perfect. Went to the side, pulled it up, stayed low, kept the elbow high, and he just fell backwards and he got it.
Wow, that was an impressive victory there for Nino. Welcome to Pride, Elvis.
Beautiful technique.
He executed that technique probably hundreds of times in the gym and in competition, and he did it here in Pride. Submissions are making a comeback via Elvis. 7-17 of round one. Submission victory. Tap out by Joe Hill de Oliveira via the straight arm bar.
Why'd you get this name, Big Daddy?
Well, you know, a couple of my friends, I was looking for a nickname when I was heading into my first UFC, and a few friends got together and they thought that Big Pimp Daddy would be good, so I dropped the pimp and took the Big Daddy.
You're also a daddy for your children. How old are your children?
I have a daughter, 15, and one 16 months old.
What do they think about your fighting? Your 15-year-old
My
daughter.
15-year-old, she loves it. She loves the bragging rights that her father's a fighter. My young one, I'm just teaching her how to do arm bars now.
He's very strong. I know he's been world champion in arm wrestling because he arm wrestled a friend of mine who was second. So yeah, that's about it. It's just a new challenge actually, and I'm still young. I'm 24, and I think I can hang on to it quite a while. I hope so. We'll just see.
Hey, good luck tonight.
This is going to be fireworks again. Big bombs from Big Daddy against the technique from Valentine. And also big bombs, trust me.
Well, you know, the Dutch fighters, as I know and you know, they can bang.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the greatest stand-up fighters in the history of the martial arts have come out of Holland. And I really wonder what's going to happen in this one, because I don't know that Valentine wants to stand toe-to-toe and trade with Gary early on, maybe later. But there's the low kick. He's going to try and chop. If I were Valentine, I'd move around.
Oh, and another one. He's doing the same what Bob Schreiber did to Big Daddy in Holland in the beginning.
And he shoots, and
he has to watch out for the knees here.
Yeah, Gary has got Tom Erickson and Mark Coleman in his corner, and he's been working on that sprawl. those two guys are two of the greatest competitors in the heavyweight division of the wrestling-type backgrounds. And they're in Gary Goodridge's corner. So you saw that perfect sprawl when Valentine shot in for the takedown. Gary scooting to the side. We're going to see what Gary can do on the ground, but he wants to be careful because Valentine has got a real good guillotine choke. Because Valentine beat UFC heavyweight champion Randy Couture in the Rings King of Kings finals earlier this year. And but I don't think that Gary's too concerned at this moment about a submission.
No, I don't think so either. And it's very dangerous right now for Valentine because Big Daddy, he's got bombs from this side. We've seen him knocking out people from this position, from being in the guard of somebody.
Well, what I'm seeing about Gary Goodridge right now is that he's using a lot of economy. He's not going out and punching himself out like we've seen him do occasionally in fights where he gets really excited and just tries to get rough. He's taking his time, and that's what you want to do against Valentine Overeem. Valentine's got a nickname, doesn't he?
The Python.
The Python.
And it looks like a python because he's stringing all over Goodridge right now. He's doing actually real good. He's trying for that Kimura look, figure 4 look, reverse figure 4 actually. And you can use it also to try to turn your opponent.
Now, I don't know that he wants to try with all his might on this submission here right now because Gary, early on, is still going to have all that strength, and that arm is so strong, he may end up using more strength than he needs.
Yeah, what he should do right now, he's got his hand folded in. He should drop his right leg all the way down to Gary's knee and then twist him to the right. That's what he should do right now. He can turn him. He has to drop his right leg and then twist him. If this is...
Gary's going to slide out. Oh, he's almost got him. Boss,
this would be unbelievable if he's going to get Big Daddy with this. I mean, he's got the strongest arms in the world.
But Gary, I don't think is going to submit to this technique right now.
He should have used this to turn him. I told him,
watch out for the knee. Valentine tapped out from the knee. Valentine tapped out from the knee. Gary, Gary needs to be restrained there. Valentine Overeem has been stopped by Big Daddy Gary Goodridge.
Wow.
Look how excited his corner man, Mark Coleman, Tom Erickson there hugging Gary Goodridge. What a huge victory for Gary Goodridge. Who would have expected this? Valentine Overeem was highly regarded for his submissions, but he went for the submission against possibly the man with the strongest arms in mixed martial arts. Not really maybe the best strategy to do early in a fight.
He should have used it to reverse Big Daddy because it's a perfect way to reverse somebody.
If there's a lesson to be learned in this fight so far, it may be don't go for an armbar with Gary Goodridge in the first 5 minutes.
No, let's forget about going for an armbar in 10 minutes.
Because Gary, being an arm wrestling champion,
and beat it 1,000 people with arm wrestling in 1 hour. 1,000 people he pushed down in 1 hour.
That was a submission. Actually, it looked like a TKO from the knee because Valentine had tapped out. Gary kneed him in the head. It was 2 minutes, 39 seconds of round 1. What will happen? Matsui's got to get Pele on the ground. He can't stand with Pele.
No. Here we go.
Pele has got knees, punches, kicks. He can wrestle. He can submit, too. He's choke people out.
Whoa, he tried to do a Gilbert Yvel jumping flying knee.
And, Matsui just stuck his foot out and checked it. Pele with the punches there. Whoa. Jump knee there. He knocked him out. He's knocked him out. Matsui's in trouble. Pele landed that knee.
Oh, my God.
Going for the rear naked choke here. Pele does have chokes in his arsenal. He's got the hooks in, boss, but Matsui's turning. But he's got the arm around, boss. It looks like a matter of time. Pele's got to be patient here. Keep the arm sunk in. Don't expend a lot of power. He's got to hook that right arm over Matsui's right shoulder.
And he has to try to slip under his jaw, because right now he's not under his jaw. He cannot choke him, see? He's defending it perfectly. And he's going to turn. He's going to twist. Maybe he's going to go for armbar, yeah.
Right. Pele, but Matsui trains with Sakuraba. He's really good at... Oh, he slammed Pele right on his head.
What a fight.
Matsui, knee to the head. Pele's got to get out of there. Pele cannot take the knees like this. Pele intent on getting the armbar here. Pele with the arm straight. Matsui slamming on the back of his head. He's got the armbar, boss. Matsui's got to spin. He's got to get out of there.
He twisted it out. This is a lot of energy burning.
This is a great fight so far. Pele came out, and it looked like he almost had Matsui out. Matsui recovered. Matsui is fighting back tremendously. Pele still got the arm. Pele's going to use a lot of energy trying to get that arm.
And there he goes.
It looks like he's got it. It looks like he's got it. Oh, Pele's got his back again.
My God, what a fight, huh?
Now this is an action-packed grappling match. Some people think that when a fight goes to the floor, it may necessarily be boring, but when Sakuraba or Carlos Newton, or now we see Pele and Daijiro Matsui go to the ground, this fight is as exciting as a stand-up kickboxing-oriented fight in mixed martial arts. Daijiro Matsui showing such tremendous heart and defensive ability. You know, training with Kazushi Sakuraba, one of the true superstars of the sport. And there he is in the background. There's Sakuraba. Sakuraba, coming off a loss to Pele's stablemate, Wanderlei Silva, really probably wants, just for the pride, pardon the pun, of this fight, to see Matsui get a win over a superstar like Pele.
Yeah, and like we said when we saw Matsui coming in, he looks different than he did before. He looks a little bit more muscular. His legs look real thick, and he's got more abs. I think he prepared very well for this fight.
He's been on the road. He's coming off a win in King of the Cage. That was April 29th of this year. Unanimous decision over Rick Kearns. And he's looking for another win over one of the legends of the middleweight division, Jose Pele Landi.
Now Pele is trying to go for the choke, which is very difficult. He's used to it without the gloves, and it makes it a little bit more easy, of course. But with the gloves, try to choke somebody who's got some real good submission skills, it's difficult.
Well, Pele may go for the choke, may go for the armbar. Now he's got to be careful not to get slammed again. Pele took some significant percussive, effect from getting slammed on his head a couple times.
Yeah.
But I've never seen the guy even be close to being knocked out. He's been beaten before, but with a record of about 45, almost 50 fights, Pele has got lots of experience. He's been in there with strikers, with grapplers. Matsui's got his hands full, but he's really surprising me.
This is a great fight. It's going back and forth. And Pele got a beautiful guard, and he's got that hook in, and it's very difficult to break for Matsui. And also, it's very difficult to breathe for Matsui right now, because that's very tight.
Here
we go.
Pele's got the legs triangle around Matsui's waist. Pele trying to out-grapple Daijiro Matsui. On paper, some people felt, because Matsui has had so many losses, that this fight might be a mismatch, but it's proven to be anything but a mismatch.
It looks great. Now it's just a little bit, see who's going to make the mistake.
Pele still has the legs figure forward around Matsui's waist, so he's not really going to get out of that position.
No, because it's also locks the hips up. Look at this.
Trying to ram Pele into the ring post.
I think he is still in the King of the Cage, and that's why he tried it.
Because that's a pretty padded ring post in the corner there.
Yeah. They should make spikes on it or something, make it a little more interesting.
It's interesting. Pele is coming off a loss in the Kuwait Shidokan Jitsu. That was February of this year, where he lost to a grappler from Russia by the name of Karim Barkalev. And Barkalev had him in the identical position with the legs grapevine and locked around Pele's waist. Now Pele has Matsui in the exact same position.
So it probably worked for the other guy, and he thought, you know what? My next fight, I'm going to do the same thing back.
Probably wants to make some sort of a statement because Pele at this point could unlock his legs, stand back up, turn it back into a stand-up fight, but he may want to out-grapple a person from Takada Dojo because they've got such a strong heritage of grapplers like Sakuraba. Rico Rodriguez recently moved there from the United States to train.
Elbows at the back.
No elbows. Wait. Pele coming from Valetudo. He's going to get a warning. He's going to get a yellow card. There are no elbows allowed in the Pride Fighting Championships. Pele has fought a significant number of fights in Brazil with elbows, and he is a Muay Thai fighter. And in hardcore Muay Thai in Thailand, they do allow elbows.
Yeah, it looks like Matsui is hurt. Look at him.
Yeah. I hope that Matsui can continue. Elbow to the spine can do some significant amount of damage.
Man, it can paralyze you, I think. It's very dangerous. And he's really hurt.
I think he's going to need a chiropractic adjustment after this fight.
Yeah. Send him over.
Okay, he's bending forward. I'm willing to bet that Matsui, now here it is, that elbow lands right between the shoulder blades. Now, I think Pele just went to instinct. He got a yellow card. Pele cannot afford to get too many. He cannot afford to get 2 more yellow cards, otherwise he'll be disqualified.
Yeah, you can see that the Pride really enforces the rules here. You know, the audience also, they don't like it. You know, the safety of the fighter comes first.
And they have the rules there for a reason. This is not a street fight. This is a sport. Mixed martial arts is taking off worldwide. And jump drop kick there by Matsui. It didn't land. Pele just walks away disdainfully like, yeah, right. As I was saying, mixed martial arts is taking off worldwide as a sport. It was originally a form of sporting combat in Greece called pancration. Pele lunging in with a left-right. Pele, I think, wants to kickbox. He's going to throw that knee. Matsui throwing a right hand.
Whoa!
Nice kick by Pele. Pele's got to underhook here and sprawl back. He's got to get that leg out. He's got great balance, Pele does. I would be...
Whoa! Nice. There he goes down.
Nice takedown by Daijiro Matsui. Matsui in Pele's guard.
Matsui's only thinking, revenge! Revenge!
He's thinking revenge for the elbow. He's also probably thinking revenge for Wanderlei beating.
Boom, the shoulder punch.
Shoulder strike. Why not? It's not a legal striking area.
He's kneeing.
It's not. Yeah, there we go. Knee to the small of the back there. What I meant to say is not an illegal striking surface. The shoulder can be used.
Oh yeah, and it's pretty effective too. If it hits right on the jaw and you don't expect it, listen, can you knock you out?
So far, we've seen Daijiro Matsui get out of any trouble that Pele might have had him in from the attempted armbar. Oh, here we go. Matsui really getting busy with punches. Matsui's on fire right here.
I told you before, he looks different. He looks different, way more muscular. He's got, like he added some pounds. He's there, he's back, he says to everybody.
We've seen upsets in Pride. We've seen Igor Vovchanchyn lose to Trey Telligman, a huge upset. If Matsui beats Pele, that will be equal to Vovchanchyn losing to Trey Telligman.
Oh yeah, and especially if all the people who know who Pele in real life is, because you see him fight here now, but this guy has so much experience and he's such a tough fighter. This will be a big upset.
I think there's a little bit of a weight difference between the two fighters. Pele weighs in right around 80 kilos, which is 176 pounds. Daijiro Matsui weighs around 199. So Pele is giving up about 23 pounds.
23 pounds is okay, you know, I mean, it depends. In this type of fighting, you see that Matsui still is hurt at his back. I saw him stretching again. So the elbow did give him some damage.
Do you think Pele is going to try to sweep Matsui with his legs?
Yeah, he has to do something because Matsui right now is working. And he's working a lot. The knees, the punches to the head, punches to the body. He's doing good.
Yeah, Matsui has pretty much taken over this round so far. Pele came out with a strike. It looked like he was going to finish the fight. Matsui turned things around in a grappling match. Pele going knees up high. I don't think Pele should try to submit Matsui. I think Pele should See if he can stand up. Now, Pele's striking back from the bottom. Not going to be able to. He's slamming his head into the ground. There's no rule against that.
I've never seen it. It's perfect. It's like, yeah, of course, it's from the same stable as Sakuraba, and he always does strange things.
You know,
he is.
We've never seen that. There's no head butting, but there's no rule against slamming a guy's head into the mat. I don't see why they can't do that. It's an effective strike using nothing other than the opponent against himself. That has a little bit of humor in that.
Is it in the rules? Can he grab the ear? Because otherwise, maybe when he grabs the ear. Yeah.
Well, we don't want to start giving people ways that they can break our rules, do we, boss?
No, but it's like in law. You know, the law book is there, but they also find ways to break the law.
You know, it's interesting because you can see that with the crowd here, Matsui is the clear favorite because every time he lands something, even not a significant technique, the crowd goes crazy. Now, Matsui going to stomp down. It's like he's reversing the styles. Pele or Wanderlei, the shootbox guys, are usually on the top, usually going to stand up and throw the kicks. This is so weird, boss. Pele is fighting like Matsui we expected him to fight, and Matsui's fighting the way we thought Pele was going to fight.
Yeah, and it is that they cannot hold the ropes because otherwise the referee wouldn't have broken it up. And Matsui would have continued kicking him to the head. There we go, 2 slaps.
That was straight out of the Three Stooges there, slapping the top of the head.
The head slap. What a first round.
Wow, boss. Was that unexpected or what?
My God, it totally dazed me. It's I couldn't expect it. Look at Pele. He looks tired. And I have to tell you, just before that he went down to the ground and he threw the 2 punches, the 2 punches looked like a little bit not so controlled, like he was already tired.
I think Pele may have used quite a bit of energy trying to get that armbar in vain. Matsui defended perfectly. Matsui's never tapped out from a submission or even come close. And he's been in there with Carlos Newton, who's really a great submission fighter. So Matsui is coming in with a lot of confidence. Seems like he's really prepared. He really took Pele seriously. I hope that Pele did not disregard Matsui because of his uneven record. Now here Pele jumps in.
Whoa.
Matsui hurt himself when he bounced his head off the canvas there, but Matsui lunges forward, going for that ankle pick, and gets the takedown. Pele on top. Here it is again. Matsui coming with a jump drop kick. Very flashy move. Very entertaining for the audience. Didn't land, didn't do any damage, but nonetheless, this is entertainment as well as a sport. So Matsui is fulfilling this Kazushi Sakuraba, the great Kazushi Sakuraba. Some people call him the Gracie Killer. Now here's Matsui on top, punching to the ribs, going up top. Nice left hand there by Matsui.
Oh yeah, he
2
connects
times,
a few times.
right to the temple of Pele. That had to make Pele maybe see some stars on that shot. When you've got gravity on your side and the punches are going down instead of just across like in a stand-up fight, you've got much more impact.
Oh yes, you do. And you got the beautiful floor. The head bounces back on the floor. More impact that way too.
Seconds out, please.
What is going to happen in round 2?
Oh my God, I don't know. It's going to be more easy, I think, for Matsui to take Pele down right now. But we have to see. Come on, I mean, Pele has been there, like you said before. He's been tired. He fought 30-minute fights. I mean, this is a guy.
Yeah, Pele has come back from behind and stopped people, and he's always dangerous with strikes. If I were Pele, I would box him. Just punch him. Don't throw kicks necessarily. Side kick there by Matsui to the belly of Pele. That's a move that a lot of people haven't used yet. Nice low kick by Pele. The side kick, we may see more and more of that because people are now figuring out Muay Thai techniques. Oh, good low kick by Pele and knocked Matsui down. Pele cracking that low kick against the legs. Now, Pele could win the fight here.
If he keeps kicking like this, he kicks with a lot of power.
Pele jumping up for the stomp kick, for the axe kick. Matsui preventing Pele's by sticking his leg straight up. And now Pele down on the ground on top for a change.
Now it's reversed from what we've seen in the first round. Now Pele is on top, but can he keep him on top? Look at this. Very nice low kick, and that one hurts. I mean, there's no tension on the leg. If you kick it then, that's going to hurt.
Looks like Pele has gotten into his groove here. He was really taken out of that groove by Matsui. Matsui had tremendous tenacity in that first round. And Pele, he's going to try and kickbox. Oh, good knee by Pele. Good right hand.
Oh, and a high kick. Just missed.
Oh, he threw that home run right high kick. That would have knocked Matsui out of the ring.
What a fight.
Good soccer kick there by Pele. Matsui taking Pele down again. Pele in the guard on the bottom. Matsui going to grind around. Pele has got to reverse this position, boss.
Yeah, but he's not going to do it. It's not going to work because I think the base of Matsui is way too good. I mean, he didn't do it in the first round, so why would it happen now?
Pele was doing real good in the standing position there for a second, but Matsui knew the timing of that and got the takedown.
Which is a very smart thing to do against a guy like Pele.
Yeah, because you have to time the takedown, because if you just shoot him blindly, Pele will knock you out with a knee. He did that to Matt Hughes, one of the greatest fighters in his weight division.
Yep.
When they fought in their grudge match in Kuwait in February this year. Pele was taken down. He was side mounted by Hughes. He was roughed up a little bit. Pele got out from the bottom. They stood up. Matt Hughes shot in for a takedown. Pele hit him with a knee, knocked him out with one shot. The referee stopped the fight. The point is that Pele is always dangerous until the final bell rings. So is Matsui, though, because Matsui has really only been stopped from cuts. He's never been knocked out. He's never been submitted. And he's fought Igor Vovchanchyn. He's fought Wanderlei Silva, Carlos Newton, Akira Shoji, one of the other Japanese stars of Pride, who Matsui fought to a draw. So he's got lots of experience with tough guys. And guys that weigh a lot, like Vovchanchyn, outweighed him by at least 25 pounds when they fought.
Look, he's going to the half guard. That means that maybe he's going to go for a leg lock. I bet you that he wanted to go for a leg lock, but now it's the triangle. Yeah, now he saw that.
Yeah, Pele was going to go for a triangle, but nothing doing.
But I bet you if he wouldn't have done anything, Matsui was going to go for the straight knee by there, right there.
Those shots, even though they're grazing shots, those are hurting Pele.
And he's kneeing again, and he's hitting again.
Matsui's got a really good game plan, sort of a ground and pound light, because he doesn't have the distance to knock Pele out with punches on the ground. But if he keeps busy with the over-under punches to the body, then the head, and occasional knees, slams Pele's head into the canvas. Now he's going for side mount again, boss.
And that's more dangerous, especially with the new rules. Now he can throw knees to the head.
Pele has got to get out of this position. He's very vulnerable. This is the north-south position. Matsui can throw the knee to Pele's head. He's got to get out. Pele has got to get out at all costs. Pele using a lot of strength and almost getting out. Oh.
Whoa, he's mount. Whoa, look at this. What an energy. In round two, look at that.
Pele, nice takedown by Pele. What a change of circumstances there, boss. Pele looked in huge trouble for a second, and Matsui made one mistake. Pele scooted around, used a lot of strength, got him off of him. They went to the top. Pele got him down. Pele.
And now Matsui reversed him again. What a fight. This costs so much power and so much stamina. They keep going. You think, when is it going to stop? You know, they still look fresh. Look at them.
I said this in the first round. I'll say it again this round. Round fighting can be exciting, and we're seeing how it can be exciting with Daijiro Matsui versus Jose Pele and Landi. Pride Fighting Championships, folks. Clash of the Titans, and we got two Titans in there right now.
Oh, yeah, and the stumps again with the shoulder.
Matsui got a whole little bag of tricks here. He got the shoulder strike, not an illegal strike. I don't think he's going to knock him out. Matsui gets another round in the pocket. Pele's got a deficit now, boss.
Yep. Right now, Pele has to go for a knockout because Matsui is doing real good. Still, it's very close together, I have to say. But Matsui, I think, was a little bit more in control.
You know, I love when a fighter is kind of down on his luck, coming from a lot of losses. Like Matsui won his last fight, but then he came from 5 consecutive losses.
Yep.
So many people had written him off. Pretty much, some people thought that he was just going to be cannon fodder for Pele.
Yep.
But he has proven to be far from that. He has owned Pele in that last round and gave Pele a lot of problems. Pele gets the mount here. Matsui turns, though. Look at that. The timing on that, boss.
Yeah, he did a lot of groundwork, and of course he did with Sakuraba, the greatest guy. And now, oh, okay, they do it again. There's non-stop. It's like a beautiful grappling match.
One time I interviewed Sakuraba when he was in Los Angeles, and he said the most dangerous fighter he'd ever fought was Matsui when they fought in their pro wrestling days.
Okay.
Now we're seeing some of that skill that may have be attributed to that quote by Sakuraba. Matsui looks like he's got a little bit of a cut over his left eye, but nothing that's going to hurt him in the fight.
Man, is he impressing me right now, huh? I would have never expected this.
I am very, very surprised at this. Sakuraba giving some last-minute instructions for the final round, which will be 5 minutes. Pride fights are contested with 1 10-minute round and 2 consecutive 5-minute rounds. There are 3 rounds total. Total, if a fight goes to the distance, would be 10 minutes, actually 20 minutes, at which time it would go to the judges. So if this doesn't end in a submission or a knockout or TKO, it will go to 3 judges.
No, I thought the fire would have been a little bit out in round 2. But the way how they ended round 2, it's going to look like it's going to be a very good round again.
Pele is running out of tricks here. He switches to southpaw stance, right foot in front. He might be going to throw a back kick or a spinning heel kick. Jump, drop kick, roundhouse kick.
And it connected.
You heard that smack in Pele's ribs. Now, Pele must be thinking, what the hell is this guy going to do? Oh, grab the leg and sweep him. May have scored a little bit of a point in the eyes of the judges, but now Pele has got to do damage. He's got to establish control.
He has been in this position a lot. I saw him fight a lot, and he's always in this position. And he likes this. Domination.
But the problem is, if he leans forward too much, he can catch one of those heels by Matsui going straight up, just like that. But it didn't catch him clean. He could be knocked out with that if he leaned forward too much. But Pele is not going to make that mistake, I believe.
I think Matsui is preparing himself to get up. He's putting the hands backwards.
Pele jumping into his guard with the right hand, which missed. Now Pele likes this position. Matsui with his left arm, maybe thinking about a guillotine choke, but Pele is not going to go for that.
No, that's again where the experience comes in.
Yeah, Pele's too low. His forehead on the chest of Matsui. Pele's going to grind away with some punches.
I think he's resting right now. Matsui is already looking for a reversal. There we go. He's going to hook it with his left arm. He's going to hook Pele's left arm and then try to switch.
Referee going to stop the action. The referees in Pride, if the fight gets close to the side of the ring, to preserve the safety of the fighters, they will restart the fighters in the same position in the center of the ring. That way they don't suffer an injury possibly by going out of the ring.
Yep. Yeah, plus it's more fair too, you know, because sometimes you want to reverse somebody, but then when he's with his back to the ropes, you can't reverse him. So this is way better for the audience too.
Pele has got to get busy. He's got to do something significant. He can't just chop away and win the round with a couple punches to the body and the head. He's got to cut Matsui, stop Matsui. I don't think he's not going to submit Matsui.
No, there's no way he's going to submit him. Matsui already put one hook under, so it looks like he's going for a sweep with him down a little bit. He knows that he needs it, because otherwise maybe it's going to be a draw if Pele keeps working like this.
It won't be a draw.
That was a good low kick.
It won't be a draw because the judges... Good right hand by Pele. They trade rights. Pele gets the better one. Pele sprawls beautifully. Pele gets...
almost that knee.
Pele hesitated on that knee. That knee would have hurt Matsui, but it didn't happen. Pele coming down with a hammer fist, which missed.
I don't know if this...
Pele should stand back up.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Same thing.
Matsui's got a loose guard. If Pele can get Matsui to loosen up his grip, he should just stand back up. Because he's not going to out-grapple Matsui. At least he hasn't in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, but we don't know. Maybe he's tired. He thinks, you know what? Let's stay in the guard here. I did a lot of work again. Maybe it counts enough to get the victory.
Matsui's giving so many angles, so many different strikes, so many different little problems for Pele to solve. Pele is trying to chop down, but Pele needs to finish Matsui.
Look at the energy they still both have. Huh? Oh, look at this.
Up kick there by Matsui. Didn't hurt Pele. Pele chopping with that right roundhouse kick of his.
Which is very hard. And he kicks with a lot of power. He doesn't hold it back. It's full power or nothing. Look at this.
Stop by Pele.
Whoop, single leg.
Going for the single there. Pele trying to scrawl back. Pele should underhook and straighten that leg out and then get ready for a knee strike. Pele can't let him take him. Oh, he grabbed the ropes. Not legal in Pride. Nice sweep by Pele. Pele needs the knee here, but Matsui got out of that position.
Wow.
Matsui fighting a beautiful defensive fight at that moment. Pele could have really hurt him. Pele trying to throw an elbow there? No, he's trying to throw him back fist.
Yeah, but it looked like what you said. It looked like an elbow.
Pele's already gotten a yellow card, and that factors in the scoring. This has been a closer round. Pele's been more in control than Matsui, but Matsui's fought great defensively, so it's still a close round. Round 3.
Yeah, but if it goes to the judges, the last round now, right now, I would give to Pele. But the first 2 rounds,
for sure to Matsui.
Yeah, so that will be the difference right there.
And the first round being a 10-minute round.
Yeah. True. He's going again for the armbar. Nope. Oh, that's the thing you're not going to get you with. Oh, that was nice.
Look at Matsui. He's so busy. Oh, nice stop there by Pele, but it didn't do anything. It was more of a push. Matsui taking him down.
Matsui. The bell was going. The bell was going. Yeah.
That's the end of the round.
Fight.
That's the end of the fight. I think that Matsui has shocked the world, boss.
He did in my eyes. Listen, I would have never expected this. This was a very good fight, high energy. It kept going.
This, if Matsui wins, can prove that anyone, regardless of, they may have a shabby record, can come into Pride and fight the greatest fighters in the world, of which Pele for sure is regarded as one of the best, with wins over a plethora of champions. If Matsui beats him, this shows that anybody with some skill, some training, can come on in and find out if they really have the goods to compete with the best. There's the stop by Pele. Pele did win that round, in my opinion, probably yours too, boss.
Yep.
But was it enough? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
判定の結果をお伝えします。ジャッジ小林、松井。ジャッジ三宅、松井、ジャッジ西。
Matsui has beaten Jose Pele Landi. For sure, this is a huge upset, boss.
My God, man. And now, back in the game. This fight throws him right back into the game. And now he wants revenge. I can understand. He says, okay, now let's revenge his few losses that I had.
Well, he said before the fight, he said, I'm longing for a rematch with Wanderlei, not because he beat Sako, but because Wanderlei beat Matsui early on. But now, he has come in and beat one of the legends of mixed martial arts in Pele. Wow.
What a good fight.
Welcome back to Japan. You've had great success here in the Pride Series. You've won your last 3 fights, but this time you're up against a real tough guy, Chuck Liddell.
I got my hands full tonight, there's no doubt about it, but everybody that fights in Pride is tough, so I expect nothing more out of him or any less out of him than any of my other opponents. The one advantage that this fight is going to have for the fans is Chuck fights a lot like I do, so it's going to be throwing down.
I know you lead a very healthy life. You eat very healthy food. How have you prepared for this fight?
Yeah, you're right. I cut down on the double cheeseburgers for about 2 or 3 days before the fight. Always helps out with the stamina. he's a tough guy. There's no doubt about it. He's the standard bearer, in my opinion, the uncrowned king of the light heavyweight division for the UFC. But he's coming into a new territory. There's a lot of tough guys here. I personally think that the toughest fighters fight for pride. And, I think Chuck, is a tremendous athlete and a tremendous competitor. And I give him a tremendous amount of credit for having the guts to come in and fight for pride, because pride is putting out the toughest fighters right now. And so, that kind of attitude is admirable, and I respect it. He's just going to have to, step into pride on somebody else's shoulders, not mine.
青コーナー188センチ98キロチャック・リデー
Chuck Liddell, very interesting looking individual, could be straight out of a video game.
赤コーナー183センチ94キロ
Guy Mezger. Both these guys know there's a little bit more at stake than a battle of two possible top 10 light heavyweights. Mezger fought in the UFC previously and has been fighting in Japan in Pride for the last couple of years. This is Chuck Liddell's first time in Pride. And so this may be like the first fight that show things to come. Maybe more UFC fighters will want to follow Chuck Liddell into the ring of Pride. Here we go, round one.
And very careful touching gloves right there. Ooh, and he starts off with a good combination, left hook, right low kick. I love that combination, by the way.
Good, beautiful right hand there by Liddell. Liddell coming out very relaxed. Looks like the more powerful of the two at this point. Hook off the jab attempt there by Guy Mezger.
Oh, very nice high kick. Very well timed.
Into the Greco clinch there. I would have to say that Guy would want this fight on the ground more than Chuck would.
I don't know.
Because being former king of Pancrase, he's got some wins by submission. Chuck primarily has done most of his damage with punches standing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. If he wants to play it safe, bring it to the ground. But Chuck is a good wrestler.
Chuck is a great wrestler in training with Tito Ortiz, who is the UFC light heavyweight champion currently. The word is on the street that Tito has a lot of problems stopping Chuck from taking him down, and vice versa. Chuck is very hard for Tito to take down. So Chuck is really good at wrestling. Don't know anything about his submission game or his defense against submissions. But being with John Lewis in his corner, I'm sure he's got to know how to defend most, if not all, submissions.
Yeah, he's trained with Scott Adams. We saw him also fight. Great submission guy, too.
Beautiful leg locker, Scott Adams.
Yep.
Here we are at a slowdown. I had predicted that possibly this fight could have a lot of strategy and not be a barn burner because both men respect each other's punching power and wrestling ability. Right now, no one even close to a takedown. I think that Guy could use his right knee here.
Yeah.
Especially now that he's got the underhook.
Now it's better to do it.
Right now. But he missed the opportunity.
And there's the high kick again. He connected. If he puts a little bit more power behind it. Oh, a very nice left. Ahead.
They're shooting out. Liddell wants some action. He wants to step in and trade with Mezger. Mezger working very well as a counter fighter and coming in raging with a left hook. He may have stunned Chuck Liddell with that left hook.
Very nice. In fact, faked the right hand, and then he came with the left.
Don't want to drop your head like that. Oh, looks like Guy is cut.
Yep. I see it. Where is it? The right eye? I can't see it from here.
A real give and take match so far. Nice right hand with the top. More of a grazing blow. Really, in stand-up, it's sort of like they're neutralizing each other so perfectly, but they're still landing on each other.
Yeah, and who's going to make the big mistake? And who's going to throw the big hand?
It's that left hook. We've seen Guy Mezger use his right hand so well. His left hook is starting to land on a fairly regular basis. Liddell has got to keep that right hand up when they get close. to protect the left side of his head and his chin especially. Because Mezger lands that left hook on the chin, he could put him down, maybe out. Good low kick there by Guy Mezger.
What a strategic, that's the word, game it is here, huh? There we go again. He's doing constantly the same combination, and it works. Left hook, right straight.
Good double jab there. Good left high kick, partially blocked by Liddell. Guy Mezger taking a little bit of control here in the stand-up game.
Right low kick back again.
Liddell has got to get busy here. If I were Liddell, I would throw a punch combination and then shoot for a takedown.
That was a total range looking kick. That was a stay away from me kick. And it worked, actually.
It looks like mentally Mezger is gaining confidence as the round goes.
I just wanted to say the same thing.
That's why we work so well together, boss. We got the psychic connection. Mezger boxing so patiently. Side kick there by Guy Mezger, left side kick. Liddell is kind of having, looking a little bit puzzled here with the riddle of Guy Mezger.
If Guy would change the combination one time to a right straight and a left hook, instead of a left hook, right straight, it could surprise him.
This is the first time that we've seen a UFC fighter, a current UFC fighter, come in and fight one of our fighters. It's really an interesting fight so far. Mezger very patient, but Mezger doesn't wait. See, he comes in. Nice tricky right-left kick combination there. Piling up the points. Guy Mezger straight right, boss, just like you wanted.
Yep. That's what he needs. Throws a little bit more combination, different combinations.
Into the round.
Do you think that Chuck is tiring here?
I don't know. I thought in the beginning that Guy was a little tired, but look at this. He's throwing out the combination with a lot of power. If any of these punches hit, it's going to be a KO there again. Left hook. Very nice. Kick to the liver.
Liddell pressing the action.
Oh, that was a hard one.
Liddell wanting a shootout here. Mezger picking at him, picking him apart basically from the outside.
So he can take a shot, and he can give one.
Liddell has definitely got to regroup if this round goes to the distance, because right now Mezger is figuring him out on a standing game, and Liddell couldn't take Mezger down. Sakuraba couldn't take Mezger down.
No, that was the biggest thing there, the upset. He couldn't take him down, and that's why Guy did real good against him.
Both men have been in with some of the greatest fighters in the sport. As I said before, Mezger fought Sakuraba. He also fought Wanderlei Silva, of which he lost, but it was a great fight, and Mezger controlled the fight early on, but it was a lot more aggressive. Here he's being patient, he's picking his shots, he's being busy when he needs to be, and he's throwing his punches in different combinations to keep Liddell guessing.
And every time he's going low with his body to trick kind of Chuck, and he comes up with a left high hook. And it's working. Every time it works. There he goes again. He's doing good. Ooh, that was a big right hand by Chuck. And another one.
But it didn't land.
No, it lands half behind the ear. The wrestling skills. Yeah, if this fight goes to the ground, I would be surprised. Don't tell me it's going to happen now.
Come to the inside, get a body lock, Chuck. Come to the inside.
I think Chuck is trying for it.
Well, Guy's got the right underhook.
That was a good body shot, and another one. And it's a dangerous one because it's a liver shot right there.
He's bleeding, Chuck. He's bleeding. Let's go.
Guy's bleeding.
Looks like he might be bleeding out the nose. Doesn't look like he's got a cut as we thought earlier.
Yep.
But Liddell does look like the bigger man of the two. Liddell with a good chopping right hand. That's been one of Mezger's downfalls. That's what Wanderlei Silva beat him with, was the right hand, sort of the right hook. Wow. Liddell really putting up some aggression here.
Trying to bleeding.
Liddell trying to change the tempo of the fight here. Yeah, he looks like he's got a bloody nose.
Oh, yeah. He got hit again. Now, this is a good-looking fight again. I mean, we had some fights today already. Who's going to throw the bomb?
I think both men are going to save the bomb for the second or third round.
Oh!
I take that back. I take that back. Mezger threw the
high kick. Full on it.
Mezger really coming after Chuck Liddell. It put him down for a second with that overhand.
Whoa, what a takedown.
Mezger getting the takedown. Chuck Liddell fighting back. Oh my God, boss. What a change of events.
Oh my God, what a good fight.
It looked like he almost knocked him out with that right hand.
To touch gloves.
My
and
God.
they're going again.
Well, for sure, Mezger has definitely got this round in the bag now.
This is energy, throwing energy out. This is taking away a lot from both of the fighters.
Mezger really took a chance, and that punch nailed Chuck Liddell. Chuck can take a shot.
He can really take a shot because the high kick also connected.
Liddell looks like he's regrouping and regaining his faculties.
Yeah, I mean, that left.
Mezger's smart. He's not trying to jump on him and spend all his energy. He's waiting. But Chuck can't afford to wait here. Chuck has got to press the action because this is where Mezger's dangerous so far.
1 minute left in the first round.
This has been a tactical round so far, but it's been a really, really interesting round and some excitement there. Mezger with that big bomb over the top. Looked like an Igor Vovchanchyn right hand.
Yeah, how long is this fight going to be, huh? We don't know.
Yeah, it looks like Liddell is dropping his mouth a little bit. Looks like he might be getting a little winded here.
Yeah, but both of them are. I mean, it had to be. They threw away some energy.
They did. I mean, Guy really pressed the action there. And Chuck fought back in that clinch, too. He took some shots, but he tried to fight back. But Guy exhibited a lot of wiliness and stayed out of the way of the knees and the punches. Liddell tried for his own home run punch.
Very nice combo. Again with the left hook and the right straight. He ducked, countered, left hook, right straight. Right to the solar plexus, which is a very smart thing to do now,
but
to work the body.
But he almost ducked into a roundhouse kick. What a great round for Guy Mezger.
Now, what a fight today.
Now, Liddell coming off the big knockout over Kevin Randleman, but Kevin Randleman, his game is the ground.
Yeah.
He's by no stretch of the imagination, even though he's improved his stand-up vastly, the level of stand-up of a Guy Mezger, and Chuck now knows that.
Yeah. No, this is...
It's like...
it's kind of what we expected, what we said before to each other. There's probably going to be a striking match because I don't think that any one of them can take the other one to the ground, or there must be like a little upset, a mistake.
Okay, here's that overhand right. Oh, and that clearly knocked down Chuck Liddell.
Watch the high kick now. Bog also ahead.
That was a good... Now, Chuck fires back, though. He's trying to trade with Guy, so he got a flash knockdown, Mezger did, but Chuck Liddell is not out by any stretch of the imagination. And he's firing back with knees and punches. It was a dogfight there at the end. Guy has to be thinking, wow, I just hit this guy with a shot and knocked him down, but he just got right back up like a Terminator and fought back.
Yeah,
and
Chuck can take a punch.
Yeah, but he rolled with that kick too. And that kick wasn't a Muay Thai kick, it was more of a karate kick, but nonetheless, and he got a takedown there too. Mezger won that round big.
Yep.
There he is, getting the instructions from Ken Shamrock, who's in front of him.
2 more rounds of 5 minutes. My God, this is going to be beautiful.
Both these young men are in their early 30s. Chuck Liddell, 31 years old, and Guy Mezger, 33. But both men are in their fighting prime, boss.
Yeah. I think around that age is the best time. I always said, I think my strongest age, when I felt myself the most strong, was when I was 30.
Now, did you see how closely the referee watched out for Chuck Liddell when he took the knockdown?
Yeah.
The referees here are very concerned with the safety of the fighters, and he kept a real good eye on Chuck to make sure he wasn't hurt, because if he was hurt, he would have stopped the fight to ensure that Chuck can come back and fight another day.
Right down the middle.
Round 2.
Round 2. Boss, I look forward to this round because you came up in kickboxing. I've trained in kickboxing. We've seen some really good and unpredictable moves here, and some classic moves. Straight rights, left hooks, low kicks.
Ooh, ooh, oh.
Chuck trying to take care of business, trying to get control.
Oh.
It's a knockout.
Oh my
It's a
God.
knockout. Chuck Liddell has knocked Guy Mezger out. He has knocked him out with one punch.
Right uppercut.
Right hand. Chuck Liddell coming out saying, no, I'm not going to lose this fight. I'm going to take this fight. Wow.
Oh, it was the right uppercut that did the trick. And what a hard punch. Oh, he had him a few times. He set him up with the right straights. And then that uppercut.
You know, it's funny because Guy Mesger may have given Chuck Liddell his wake-up call in that first round, in that last minute or so. And Chuck came out and thought, you know what? I'm not going to lose this fight. He pressed the action. Now he's down to be concerned over Guy.
21 seconds in round number 2.
Akona, 180センチ、87キロ。
This guy is the ultimate working class hero mixed martial art fighter. Doesn't talk about any smack at all, just comes out and punches and grapples.
And does it real well. What a surprise, huh?
And in some ways, Shoji does the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I would have to say that Dan Henderson had the more potent striking offense, and Henderson is obviously a better wrestler, but Shoji claims jiu-jitsu as his style and has been in with some big guys. He's been in with Mark Coleman, who's the Pride Fighting Championships Grand Prix champion. He's also been in with Igor Vovchanchyn. He went the distance with both of those fighters.
Says something about the little person right there, huh?
But Henderson has not been in with easy fighters himself. I can hardly wait for this match. They're slugging it out. Good right hand by Shoji. He caught Henderson. Henderson with the upkick. Shoji coming out punching. Wow, boss.
Oh, he's going for an armbar. And with the new rules now, it's difficult. It's dangerous.
Wow, Shoji's really putting a lot of hurt on Dan Henderson right now. Henderson has really got to tie up the arm.
Whoa.
The upkick there. Shoji, what's up with him? He's like trying to knock Dan Henderson out.
I'm back. That's what he says. That's the message right here he gives to the audience.
Dan Henderson has been knocked down a number of times in his career, and he's absorbed punishment, and he's got one of the legendary chins in mixed martial arts. He can take a shot. Well, unfortunately, he had to take some there.
Yeah, but he was giving away with he gave a few with his feet stamping up.
I don't think he quite expected that out of Shoji. I mean, if anything, he probably thought that maybe Shoji respected him so much he was going to move around, think about it, maybe shoot, maybe do something, but come right out after him. It's almost like he fought him exactly the same way Wanderlei did, and when Wanderlei did that, he did the same thing to Dan. Hurt Dan, knocked him down, got control. But Dan...
Somebody special.
Oh, yeah. He'll come back. He'll come back and beat you. Dan Henderson has got huge victories on his roster. He's beaten Gilbert, Yvel, Antonio Nogueira, Renato Babalu, and he's the first man to ever knock out a Gracie. He knocked out Renzo Gracie in Pride 13, and that was last March. That was with a right hook. And Dan Henderson, his right punch is his punch. Hopefully he did not take Shoji lightly, because Shoji is coming off a loss to Renzo Gracie's student, Ricardo Almeida. That was in Pride 12, December 23rd of last year. There were concerns that Shoji, it was his appendix that may have weakened him, but he doesn't make excuses for himself. He never mentioned that himself. Shoji's having the time. What's he going to do? You know, you can see the influence that Kazushi Sakuraba has had on a lot of fighters, and I'm seeing it now. Look, what's he going to do, back kick?
Wow.
Can you believe this, boss? Shoji, the showman, usually he's the meat and potatoes fighter, but now he's coming out putting on a show.
Maybe he's expecting when he turns himself that he's going to stand up and then he's going to make a back kick to the head.
Okay, well, the timing on that was a little awkward.
Yep, he didn't like that.
Because Shoji was coming in, he grabbed the attempted kick by Dan Henderson. Henderson wants this position, I believe. He wants to throw that right hand.
Yeah, no, it's not going to go to the ground.
Henderson using the shoulder. Shoji's got to be careful with that right hand. It's the right hook, the straight right, or the right uppercut. Dan rarely punches in combination, but it's that right punch he'll throw over and over again. Oh, good right hand by Henderson. Good left hook. And Shoji shooting in for a takedown. Henderson sprawling back.
Knee to the head.
Big right hand by Dan Henderson. Dan Henderson has jumped back into this fight.
Oh, God, what a reverse suddenly, yeah? A total twist, 100%.
And we alluded to this earlier, boss, that Henderson, you may hurt him early, and much like Evander Holyfield or some other great fighters, he'll come back and he'll know he'll have to hurt you back. There's that right hand.
Right hand again.
That right hand is the weapon. Shoji's got to be careful.
Oh, and the left.
Shoji's going to get knocked out here if he eats too many more of those right hands.
And now mount.
Shoji can take a punch, but he doesn't want to take Dan Henderson's right hand because Henderson has hurt people. Shoji,
it looked like he had.
It looked like, but he was just blocking the punch.
Yeah. Setting him up. Oh, there we go. He's rolling to the side. Now he's going to right punch. It's like he's giving him an arm to go for an arm bar, and it's a setup, you know. He thinks, here, take my arm, please, so I can go climb on top. I hope Dan's not going to fall for it.
Well, I got to tell you, any advantage that Shoji got early on, Dan has recouped and maybe even gained in the point department with the judges. Shoji with the buck, and Henderson wanting to stand back up. He's not going to play the buck and roll game. Not with Shoji. He doesn't want to be in the ground fight and be rolling around on the guards. Henderson wants to knock him out. But so does Shoji. This is a war, boss. Oh, look.
Oh, and again.
Left hand.
Right hand.
They're trading punches here, folks.
He's kneeing him.
Oh, not good. Shoji's got to get out of the way. Kick by Dan Henderson. They're slugging it out again. Boss, did you expect this fight to be like this? I knew it was going to be an action-packed fight.
Yeah. But after the first start, I thought, But I knew once they're going to be on the feet, it's going to be very difficult for Shoji to take him down, to take Dan down. Just when you think that it cannot be more spectacular, the fights, than we already had.
This night so far has exceeded any expectations I've had.
Yeah.
Because in mixed martial art fights, you can have slowdowns, you can have people pulling the guard. There's a shoulder by Henderson. You can have, you really don't know what to expect. It can be a technical fight, which isn't the most exciting thing, or it could be a war. We've seen so many different endings, so surprises. Shoji coming out in a rage against Dan Henderson. Dan Henderson firing back. Me personally, I knew that this fight was going to be a dogfight.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Especially when somebody's very good in wrestling and boxing skills, and the other one is a submission artist. For sure, there's going to be fireworks.
But Shoji coming out with his own right hand.
Oh yeah, and he surprised him right there. The left shoulder, you see, he's punching him with the left shoulder concept. Oh.
Shoji doesn't want to be down in that position. Ooh. Shoji using a lot of movement, otherwise you're going to get kicked. Low kick by Dan Henderson. We don't see Henderson throw a lot of kicks.
No, but he's starting with it.
Henderson oh, good uppercut by Henderson.
He sets it up with the low kicks. It's so smart, you know. He gives a low kick, and then he comes with a hand.
Look, Shoji's really lumped up right now.
But he's been in that position, too, a few times, Shoji. Very hard to take, not a good right hand.
Dan Henderson, very patient here. He doesn't want to punch himself out because this is the first round, which is 10 minutes. Oh, nice takedown, trip there by Shoji. Surprise to us.
There you
go. Dan may have used a little bit of energy there. May have to recuperate.
Yeah. So you have to hammer there right on the liver, on the kidney, the left, so that he can breathe freely.
I'd be willing to bet that they're going to be a little slow down here. They're both going to regroup a little bit. Both men tried to hurt each other, tried to take each other out. Both men now know the other guy's probably not going to go anywhere.
Yep.
It's going to be very difficult for one of these guys to knock each other out. We know that. Nobody's ever knocked either guy out. Dan Henderson has really only got one loss. Shoji has, got 3 losses out of his career, all by decision. Mark Coleman, as we said earlier, Igor Vovchanchyn, and also Ricardo Almeida.
Yes.
I think that different dictionaries may have different definitions, but one dictionary may have the word tough, have Dan Henderson's picture next to it, but another dictionary, maybe here in Japan, may have the word tough. It may have Akira Shoji's picture next to it. These guys are both tough. They can both take a beating, but they can also give one, too. Akira Shoji's got some big wins. He beat Guy Mesger. He stopped Valij Ismail.
And here we go with the turn. He has to put his right leg on the ground if he wants to make that turn, that twist. But he doesn't.
That's the way, Danny, yes.
Yeah, this is okay because now they recoup a little bit and they, the fight's going to be only more interesting once they're going to stand up now.
Exactly. They re-energize.
Re-energize, that was the word.
Yeah, because Dan Henderson, he's his own energizer guy because Dan has got the sneakiest, weirdest right hand, and no one seems to be able to block that punch.
Yeah, it's a right hook and sometimes a right straight, a half hook straight, and it has a lot of power.
Oh, it's got a good deal of power. He said that when he first started to train in boxing, that he kind of knew, and everybody told him that in the gym he had a pretty good right hand from the very beginning.
Well, you can tell.
Yeah, and he said, from what I understand about Shoji, he said his fight with him is going to be a war, and he's going to try and KO him or submit him, and he said a KO would be ideal. Shoji, of course, has other plans. Shoji wants to get back in the picture. Shoji is bouncing in and out, maybe at the top 10, had a couple losses, but he's picked a real tough cookie to make his comeback into Pride with.
Yeah.
Because Dan's on a roll. Dan just knocked out Renzo Gracie. Nobody ever stopped a Gracie.
And there's a kick again.
There's an up kick, and there's a little hook kick from the bottom. And Shoji answers with his own stomp. Wow, what a round.
Now they're going to re-energize. Let's see if they're going to show us some beautiful slow-mos.
Yeah, because we got a lot of action in that round. I mean, man, they both gave as good as they got in that round. I would have to say Dan squeaked the round out it seemed like that Shoji, his energy went down a little lower, and Dan landed the crisper punches and probably hurt Shoji. But Dan knows, why waste time trying to take this guy? Here we go, Dan raging forward, and Shoji.
That was a big right hand.
That was a big right hand. Dan walked right into it.
That was the first one, huh?
And then Shoji coming down, raining down punches. A lot of these are blocked or missing, but he's getting busy, and Dan trying to do the up kick like a lot of the Brazilian fighters have done in the past. Shoji, this looks like he's trying to stop Dan. But like I said, nobody has stopped Dan Henderson. Nobody even has really come close.
And he stayed perfectly comfortable on the ground.
Here's the reversal. That knee almost landed. Dan chopping away with that right hook. That right hand over and over behind the ear. The left hand was what hurt Shoji. Shoji shot in for the takedown and got the takedown, but Dan sprawled back and stood back up, kneed him. Dan, that was a hard shot, boss.
And he just jumps out. What a fight, huh?
Both these guys are like little wild men. They're like bouncing all over the place. Getting some last-minute instructions from UFC heavyweight champion Randy Couture there with the Team Quest t-shirt. Got 2 more 5-minute rounds that were scheduled for. That first one was a tough one. Got to lean toward Henderson in that first round. He controlled more of the fight, in my opinion.
I think so too. I think first round was for Dan. But that's why they got 3.
Round 2.
Here we go again.
Well, Shoji assured us that he would stop Dan's current ascent by using his heart because he believes that he's got a bigger heart than Dan. He did pay a lot of respect to Dan's abilities to punch and to wrestle. So he oh, good shot.
Another right hand.
That right hook, boss.
It's just full on it again.
Shoji is really taking a banging here.
He should walk back.
Yeah, just stand back up. He's going to play his game by being in the guard, I believe.
Whoa, there was some big punches right there.
A lot of the wrestlers have learned to strike so well that they don't mind being in the guard. The guard used to be a feared position back about, what, 4 or 5 years ago? But now these people, they just punch their way out like Don Fry or some of the other great fighters in the short history of mixed martial arts. They'll get in the guard. The theory of the guard is to get the guy in an arm bar or a triangle choke, or to close him down, grab his arm so he can't hurt you.
Yeah.
Because without headbutts, you could actually lock the guy's arms up and just basically shut the fight down.
Yep. And an arm bar and a triangle is, on this level nowadays, very difficult to make. And especially now, like in the second round, they're sweating. They're going to slip out. Still, it's possible, don't get me wrong. Difficult.
Yeah, because we saw an arm bar by Elvis over Joe Hill, and it was a good, crisp arm bar. Dan smothering Shoji a little bit. Dan is staying busy. Shoji kind of hanging on right here. Dan elbowing the thigh. Not an illegal strike.
That's a very smart thing to do, too.
Sure.
Yeah, he's working. I don't know what the referee's going to do. If they think it's enough work, and maybe they're going to stand it up.
Well, it's obvious to me that the standing position favors Dan Henderson, because Dan Henderson has got the power to score a knockout in this fight.
Oh, yeah. And on the other hand, we saw Akira Shoji with some big guys in the ring. Even Igor Vovchanchyn couldn't knock him out. So,
but I think that in this fight, Dan Henderson has landed a lot more punishing punches than Igor did in that fight.
Oh, yes.
Dan has really hurt Shoji and nailed him. Now, Shoji can take a punch. Now, Dan's just, he's doing what he's got to do. The object is to make your opponent quit.
Okay, what is he going to get a card? The referee's pulling something out.
Looks like they're going to maybe examine the cut. No, a yellow card for stalling. Well, that's an interesting call. That's a little strict on Shoji. I don't know that I would have given that to Shoji, but now he's really got a deficit. If he lost the first round, now he's for sure losing this round. He's got to come back.
Right knee, left knee.
He got the yellow card for non-aggressive fighting. So, good left hook. Wow. Dan Henderson is throwing his right and his left, boss.
He is phenomenal, and he's got the mount. Now it's going to be dangerous.
Yeah, this is really a bad position for Shoji to be in.
Yeah, pick a shot.
I wonder if he's going to take the bait, because it looks like it's a basic go for my armbar now, for an armbar. Punch, punch, punch.
Raise up, 1-2, back down. Raise up, 1-2, back down. Yes.
Ooh, that was a good right.
1-2, back
Dan
down.
can generate such power at such a short distance with his punches. Oh, he's going for a key lock.
Yeah, but
he's not going to do it.
He has to go to side mount, because it's dangerous to do it from a mount.
Because he'll roll him.
Yep, right away.
Yeah, because all he has to do is trap the flip and roll him.
Come on, get it. Get it, get it, get it.
Dan with a real high mount here.
Up and go, up and go. Short flurries.
Dan wants to keep his knees. Yeah, but Dan's got a real high mount, and I think he figures because the ropes are there, if Shoji bucks him forward, he'll use the ropes to bounce him back.
Yeah, but what if he just jumps into a side position? He could use that whole movement to put to apply the hammerlock.
But he's content to keep him out and ground and pound with the back hammer fist. And it looks like he's going to spin him and maybe try to choke him. Oh, he's got him in a bad position here, boss. He's got both his arms locked up. Look at this.
If he wants to tap, he cannot even tap anymore.
Yeah.
And the side choke. He's going for side choke. Wow, what a nice move. Okay, he escaped Shoji, but it was a perfect setup.
Dan Henderson dominating Akira Shoji throughout the first and now through the second round.
Dan, let's go. Little flurry, come on, little flurry. Give me a little flurry, finish it. Right
You know,
there,
we've seen so many different changes in the sport of mixed martial arts. At first, it was the jiu-jitsu fighters came out and dominated everyone. No one knew how to fight on the ground. Then the wrestlers came out and roughed people up. Then strikers, Maurice Smith and Igor Vovchanchyn and Pele. Another dominating round for Henderson. Now it's come back to where wrestlers are learning to strike, and kickboxers like Chuck Liddell are learning to defend the takedown. So there's this hybrid, striking-oriented mixed martial art trend right now.
And everybody is getting really, really strong. There's no more bad fighters nowadays. Everybody who fights in the big league, they're all tough.
You know, personally, I think one of the silliest questions that a person can ask is, well, gee, what is the best style? Because it's the guy, it's not the style. Look at that counter. He threw that left hook. Shoji threw the right low kick, and he threw that left hook. And here's the right hand. It misses. And Henderson in control here. Dan defending the buck and roll really well. Not taking the bait on the armbar, as you said, boss. Yep. But it's like this sport is progressing so quickly. Guys really know how to defend themselves, but they know how to be offensive. And you don't see easy takedowns, especially in Pride, not with the knee on the ground, because if you sprawl back, you cannot shoot in like you did before and not worry about, oh, well, I'll just lay here in the turtle position. Now, they can kick you and knee you. So you have to, if you want to have a style that is, quote, effective or street effective or whatever, you really have to know how to defend from the whole situation. Strike standing up, strikes on the ground. Submission standing like a guillotine, or submissions on the ground, arm bar, rear naked choke, or leg lock, or whatever. For instance, Valentine Overeem, great submission guy, going for that submission over and over and over, and Gary just put one knee on him, and the fight was over.
Yeah, he should have bent the arm off, went for the twist. But we can talk long about it.
Yeah. Henderson,
what's done.
One thing I really like about Henderson, he's so well grounded with his corner. He doesn't get overconfident. He never, and I've never seen him make mistakes that have cost him a fight once he gets ahead in a fight. He's only lost one fight in his career, and that was to the great Wanderlei Silva, and he took a bit of a beating in that fight. But he was never in fear of being stopped, and Wanderlei stopped so many guys. I think that there's very, very little chance Shoji at this point can win this fight. Henderson with a turn takedown, and oh, nice little elevator there.
Did you see that?
Oh, but he paid the price. Now, Shoji's hurt right here. Shoji may have to quit in this fight. He's really, really taking a beating here.
Wow. What a reversal.
Single arm elevator. That's I've never seen that before. But he paid the price. Like I said, he probably used so much energy to get him off, and then he ate a couple shots, and he almost turned his back. I think the referee's taking a real close look at Akira Shoji, just for his own health. Shoji is not going to just quit, but the referee will protect him from himself. There's a big right hand.
And another knee.
That's it. They got to stop it. They got to stop it. Come on.
Oh, my God. Continue. Jump on.
Yeah, but he doesn't want it. Dan doesn't want to hurt the guy. Dan just wants to win the fight. I mean, Shoji has got so much. Dan could choke him out here.
He's going to go for the choke.
He's going to go for the guillotine.
Yep.
From the mount, even if he has partial mount, Shoji looks like he's pretty much into just strictly survival mode at this point. Henderson has done more than dominate. He's just pretty much dictated every aspect of this fight for the last 7 minutes.
Yeah, he was all over him. And then he goes side choke again.
He may get the tap on this. It looks like Shoji is going to offer very little resistance. If Dan can get into position, he can get a submission. The knees on the ground. I think Shoji should just tap.
Yeah, but it's against his, against him. His thinking-wise, he's the warrior. He's not going to tap. They're going to have to,
like I said,
stop the fight.
2 different dictionaries, 2 different definitions of the word tough.
Oh my God, that knee hurt. Look at this.
I think the referee may need to make an executive decision. Shoji epitomizes the samurai spirit.
Oh yes. Oh, he's going for the mount.
Boss, if Shoji somehow reverses this and gets Dan Henderson into a submission or a knockout, that'll be the greatest comeback I've ever seen in a mixed martial art fight.
Yeah, it's pretty much impossible right now.
I think Dan, he's got not a malicious bone in his body. Probably wants to ride this out. He knows that Shoji's not going to quit.
Knee to the head again. He can go for the armbar now, you see? It's perfect.
Locked on the outside. Yes.
Wow, beautiful pass. Oh, and another knee. He's doing such a great job.
That knee hurt. Now Shoji turning his back. Now he's in turtle position. Good call.
Good call.
Good call. I'm glad. I probably would have called it a little earlier if I was the referee, but I'm not going to fault the referee because he stopped the fight for Shoji's protection. Dan Henderson was the first fighter to ever stop a Gracie, and now he's the first fighter to have ever stopped Akira Shoji. Henderson is dangerous.
He is phenomenal.
I think I'd be fired instantly on the spot. Actually, this is the longest my hair's been since I was probably a kid.
Really?
My mom would be she was excited that my hair was getting long, but I don't think she wanted this.
So when you were playing football in college, did you ever think you were going to become a fighter?
No.
And are you really confident?
I always have to be. We're here to win. We're here to win, so.
What kind of tactics do you think you're going to try?
You're going to have to wait and see. We're not
Secret?
Yeah, it's secret.
You usually don't reveal your secrets before the fight.
I'm not usually saying too much.
He's very tough, and plus he has like more than 20, like he has like 40 pounds heavier than me, you know what I mean? He's gonna be a challenger for me, you know.
What are your future goals?
I wanna keep fighting for a couple more years, and I'm gonna start doing acting class and trying to go movies and trying to go movies and trying to go movies.
What kind of actor are you going to be? Are you going to use your physique and become like an Arnold Schwarzenegger or a Sylvester Stallone?
Yeah, of course, that's gonna be the first main thing, but I want to improve and trying to get in different angles of acting, you know what I mean? Maybe comedian, maybe comedian, maybe comedian. My favorite, she's Sandra Bullock, and the other one is, Cameron is nice. Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts.
Yeah, she's my favorite.
Oh, maybe Julia Roberts is watching right now. What kind of movie do you want to star in?
Romance.
They're explaining the rules right now.
Okay, now, in this particular match, because there is a weight disparity of over 10 kilos, which is 22 pounds or more, Vitor has the option, being the lighter fighter, to allow or not allow knees and kicks on the ground. He has chosen to not allow the technique of the kneeing and the kicking on the ground, being the lighter fighter. That is the option that he was given by the Pride rules and by the doctors of Pride, for the safety of the fighters. Okay, this fight, you know that Vitor is going to probably want to punch, because Heath Herring, coming from the wrestling background, it's going to be very hard to take down.
I know, but we've seen Vitor take some people down. Also, lightning fast. His hands are fast, but he's a dynamic person. Everything is real powerful with him. So his takedowns are good. His takedown defense is pretty good.
I don't know if we've seen him take down a really good wrestler, though.
Yeah, you're right with that.
He might have taken down Gilbert Yvel, but Gilbert is mainly a kickboxer. Heath coming straight out and throwing the right roundhouse kick, and Vitor grabbing that leg. This looks like shades of Gilbert Yvel. Heath threw a real hard kick, and Heath on the bottom.
He's going to set something up, but I don't think... Vitor, I mean, he's a black belt, jiu-jitsu, and I think it's going to be very difficult to submit him. But you never know. It's early in the fight. They're not sweating. You have a lot of grip.
Now, Heath is locking up the hands there because he doesn't want Vitor to start raining down punches, because there's one right hand, because the punches of Vitor, even from the guard, can do damage.
Oh, yeah, he showed that before.
When he fought Gilbert, he lumped him up pretty good, winning a decision, and that was June of the year 2000 in Pride 9, the New Blood show. Vitor Belfort did beat Gilbert Yvel. Now, Heath looks like he's going for a leg. No. What's he going for?
He's trying to get out and get up now.
Well, because there's no knees on the ground, he doesn't have to worry about his positions here.
Oh, and he's got his leg locked. Oh, now it's reversed. It's going front choke, but I don't know. I can't see from here if the arm is under. Yes.
He pops out. Now, you don't want to have Heath Herring on top of you, even in your guard, because Heath can hurt you. Now, there are no knees here. Heath could have probably thrown the knee to the tailbone, but he can't do it now because of the rule changes for the safety of the fighters. Vitor tying up that right arm of Heath. Heath trying a crossface there. Heath doing some good movement to get out from the bottom, boss.
He did really good. I mean, he caught his leg with the arm. He grabbed the arm from Vitor, which took away one more point to get to put out in order to turn him.
Now look at, he's trying to pass the guard there, and he gets side mount. If this would have been under regular rules, he would have finished the fight with the knees and possibly the key lock. But nonetheless, Heath has accepted these rules, and now he's going to get the back of Vitor Belfort. Now, Heath Herring can choke people out because he's choked out Tom Erickson, one of the most feared fighters in all of mixed martial arts, from the same position. But Heath has got to be careful not to throw that knee.
Oh, he can throw the knee, but he can't throw it to the body.
Right, that's right. You're absolutely right.
Like you said with the choke, I mean, Vitor is not Tom Erickson. He has a little, let's say, a lot more experience on the ground with submissions. He's pounding away here, trying to hurt him.
Yeah, but Vitor is basically in the like a turtle position here, thinking he can't be hurt, but we're going to see, because Heath can dig that uppercut as he just did. It's going to be hard for Heath, I think, to sink the hooks in with Vitor.
Yes, it's not going to happen. I think when he's going to choke him, that will be a huge upset.
What Heath needs to do is take a page from the playbook of Igor Vovchanchyn and pull Vitor up and start hitting him to the side of the head, same way Igor did with Mark Kerr in Pride 12. And he's using that Igor punch. Vitor keeps tapping the back of his head, but Heath is not hitting him on the back of the head. He's hitting him around the side on the ear. That's a Vovchanchyn punch, so he is using a little bit of Igor in this fight.
Igor's holding on the left hand from Heath, because otherwise he can create some real distance and real punching power. That's a smart move.
Yeah, Vitor is. But Vitor's got to do more than just hold here. He's got to get busy, because Heath is piling up points. There's the palm strike.
I think he's waiting till the referee's going to put it up, because it doesn't look like he can do a lot from this position.
Now, Heath has the option not only to punch the body, but if he punched Vitor enough on the upper arm, it would take away his punching.
Yeah, it would. Yeah. You know what?
Because a big guy like that?
Oh, yeah. And you hit the tricep, the tricep,
exactly.
You keep hitting it.
If you hit that tricep over and over again, because it's right there for him to hit.
It's the same as he would start kneeing now the thighs of Vitor. That would be damage, do damage too.
Or knee the tricep himself.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of people don't realize there was a boxer in the early days of boxing, a legend, Rocky Marciano, used to come out there and brawl enough, and he hit the guy on the arm so many times. Now he's hitting him to the leg there. He would hit the guy on the arm so many times, eventually the guy's arms would drop. Now Vitor is a puncher. We know he can do a little bit of jiu-jitsu. He choked out Bobby Southwood in the last Pride. Now Vitor pulling guard. A very quick spot move there by Vitor Belfort, but we'll see if it's to his advantage.
We saw a double palm strike hook by Heath, a kind of like Sakuraba strike move. In that moment, Vitor used to switch and go to this position, which he probably is more comfortable in.
I really want to see this fight back in standing again because I think we're going to see something interesting. We want to see Vitor punch a little bit, but I want to see Heath uncork another one of those kicks. It was the kicks of Heath Herring that hurt Tom Erickson, of which set up the choke.
Yep. A high kick to the head.
And that was
knee.
Exactly. Because Tom Erickson ducked into it. What would have been a kick ended up being a knee to the head. It's a lot of weight coming down onto Vitor's neck. There's a good knee there to the tailbone by Heath Herring.
And that's going to hurt too. It's like a low kick. You will get a kind of spasm on your leg muscle. And it will hurt more further in the fight, especially when they stand up again.
Well, Heath has used a lot of the right punch so far. It'd be interesting, and here we go, start to uncork that left.
It's like he's hearing you.
Yeah, we are also part of the Psychic Fighters Hotline.
There we go again, EMC. Yeah, left I like more on the ground because that's where the liver of your opponent is, and that's what hurts more. Beautiful turn. Beautiful. This is the turn that I told you about with Valentine and
Heath can't turn his back. He can't turn his back on Vitor. He's got to be careful here.
No, he's going to pull out.
Nice. Now stand up. Stand up there. What a beautiful escape there. Now Vitor did a great move, but it wasn't enough to win the round because Heath is in control here.
He can't kick. Oh, to the legs he can. To the legs he can.
Yeah, he can kick to the leg of the body, but he wants him to stand up. You know why? Because he's going to probably throw a big bomb right here. He likes that big, big kick. He might go to the body. Oh, yeah. And Vitor. Oh, nice front kick there.
Very nice.
It looked like it caught Vitor on the collarbone.
With the shin.
But Vitor doesn't have a takedown here. Heath has got Vitor in side control, upside down, and there he's getting the arm around the neck. Oh, he's going for the choke, folks. He's going for the choke, and that's a strong man on your back, even though he doesn't have the hooks in. That's a lot. He gave it up. Didn't want to waste the energy.
Which is a very smart thing to do, because a lot of people make that mistake. They go for it, they keep going.
Yeah, that's what Pele did against Matsui.
Yeah.
Pele kept going for that armbar, but
he's going again.
He's going for the choke now.
Got a beautiful reverse there.
Now, right here, Vitor wished that they had knees to the head.
Yep.
But he can't, you know, what goes around comes around. He can't use the same rule.
He showed some very beautiful, good reversals today. But then again, he reversed that again, so...
Well, it's definitely been a Heath Herring round. I mean, Vitor got a takedown early on, but Heath did some good work and got the top position in the guard. Vitor been a little more patient here.
Somebody's bleeding. Oh, yeah, Vitor is bleeding. His nose is bleeding.
Okay, Heath standing up and getting Vitor down in Vitor's guard. Vitor trapping the left hand. Looks like we're going to see that left hand, boss. And Vitor trying to scoot around. Looks like Vitor might be going for another turnaround. A little slow down in the action here, folks.
Yeah, because it's logic, you know. That 3 minutes ago he made a little mistake, and Vitor right away switched him. He turned him, so.
But then he countered too, and he gave us back to Vitor, but he got right out and stood back up, and he wanted to stand back up, so he dictated the way the fight was going.
1 minute left. This has been a very technical fight until now.
Both fighters being patient, but Heath being the busier man with strikes, for sure.
Yeah, it's nice. It's good round comes to an end so we can see a stand-up fight again.
And
after 1 minute.
He's got Vitor in the turtle position again, but cannot capitalize with the lower body strikes, at least to the head. But he can punch to the head and palm strike to the head as he just did. And that slap to the ear, boss, that's going to sting.
Oh, yeah, it's going to sting too. And cauliflower ear, ever heard about that?
Yeah, I read about it.
Yeah? Okay. Yeah, sometimes you hear it on the radio too. I think that he should throw left knees now to the body of Vitor.
But he knows that there are 2 more 5-minute rounds, possibly. Both men did not expend their entire toolbox of energy or technique in that round. But I would have to say that Heath controlled the fight for the most part.
Yep, I think so too.
Vitor did some interesting things. He got a takedown early on. He got a real good reversal, but he didn't capitalize with even coming close to a submission hold or with any significant strikes at all. And here we are, Heath chopping away to the rib cage with that right hand, and Vitor flipping him over, getting the mounted position, which in the early days of mixed martial arts was a great position. Then Heath stacking up, giving his back, and you know, sweat is a factor here, boss, and he flips him over, stands back up.
Yeah, also power weight. Also, he just stood up. He's incredibly strong. The weight difference, everything combined. There we go. Look how he's just gonna stand up. Let me see. Okay, get out there.
And buck him off. And Vitor didn't even try to keep the position. He knew, why waste the energy? This may come down to stamina.
Yeah, and stamina, I have to say, Heath is in very good shape. He's doing the same rounds that I used to do in when I was training in the same dojo. And you better believe that he does 9 rounds of 3 minutes on the Thai pads, which is pretty much the toughest training you can have. So I think if it comes down to stamina.
Oh, there's his corner man, Core Hammers. No stranger to you, that gentleman.
Oh, no.
Talking to him, motivating him.
But Vitor looks real relaxed.
Relaxation is one of the keys to keeping your stamina intact, because tension is the enemy of stamina.
Let's go, your turn, let's go.
Truly an interesting fight so far. The bigger man versus the smaller man. Bigger man with the kicks and the smaller man with the punches. Both men decent grapplers from different backgrounds. Belfort, the jiu-jitsu stylist in the white trunks, and Heath Herring in the black trunks with the colorful hairdo from the wrestling background. Expect a kick, folks.
Yeah, he's very hard knee.
That was a good knee. Vitor took the shot, though. Vitor, now Heath has got to really get his, he's going to give away a takedown here.
He's smiling at his corner like he's saying, no, 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 he's not going to take me down, you see?
But Vitor's quick with explosive movement. Vitor doesn't want to waste a lot of energy taking big Heath Herring down because it might come out in the wash later. He's trying to spin him into the wrestling match, and
wow,
there it is.
Yep, surprise, surprise. No, not surprised. Like you said, he's so explosive.
It's his explosive speed, and he's strong too. And he's going for the same takedown. He'd hang onto the ropes. Doesn't want to get a warning here. That is not legal in Pride, and he's going to get a warning. But that warning will mean a restart out of the clinch.
Okay, so that's okay then for him, but not for Vitor, because he had his legs again. It was a good position for him.
I don't think Heath wants to play that game. If he does, he wants to drop his weight and sprawl back. He doesn't want to give takedowns to Vitor, because I believe standing, Vitor does not want to engage with him. Vitor wants this fight on the ground. There's another low kick, and Vitor shoots in. Heath sprawls back.
This is the game that Heath has to play. Punch, kick, get out.
I believe Heath should punch, then kick. Right now, he's throwing the kicks without a setup.
Yeah, it's true.
Good right to the body by Heath Herring. And Heath Herring looks like he might give it a... Oh, Heath almost
got a front choke. He's got the front choke. No, it's not on it. It's not on it.
No, but he's got top control, and he's almost got the mount on Vitor. If he gets the mount on Vitor, Vitor's going to be in trouble. Vitor has shown good jiu-jitsu on the ground defensively so far.
Oh, yes. And reversals.
I believe if Heath gets the mount, but now Vitor got the guard now.
Yeah, it's a very smart thing to do. I mean, you don't want to have a guy like Heath on you in mount.
Yeah, and he's got the base so wide now, it's going to be very hard for Vitor to sweep him with the leg coming under the thigh and flipping him over. Do you think that Heath wants to even spend any time on a neck crank here?
No, I think it would be useless against a guy like Vitor. I mean, he has too much knowledge on the ground. He's going to skip his hips away, and it's not going to work. I think like really stress him what he's doing now. You know, he put the hands on his mouth.
I think Heath at this point should just explode with a 3-punch combination to the head, just pop, 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 and then come back.
Yeah, you know what? It's dangerous. I saw. Oh, okay, he's let it go. I thought that he was going to go for a hammerlock, which is not a smart thing to do from this position because then he can be turned. Yeah, I wonder who his hairdresser is, huh?
I believe we have to assume that his hairdresser is from the planet Earth, but it's a very unworldly hairstyle. I've never seen this hairstyle before.
Must be from armbar.
Vitor going for an armbar, but giving it up, and Heath trying to pass the guard.
Yeah, both very known, a lot of knowledge on the ground, so that's why it's going to be difficult for each of them to submit the other one.
He's
this is a
standing
very
up.
smart move to do.
Absolutely. Because every time Heath is apart here, he can land that big shot. But he's sort of telegraphing it. He's trying for a takedown here. And he gets the takedown against Vitor, but Vitor just gives it up. Just pulling into looks like a butterfly guard here, a very loose butterfly guard.
No, let's see what he's going to do now. Get 2 hands under, so there's no triangle, no nothing. Doesn't have to be afraid.
Well, you know that both these guys are taking each other very seriously.
They have to.
Both men in pretty much everybody's top 10. Vitor considered to be light heavyweight, which is 205 pounds or 200 pounds and below. Heath Herring being a heavyweight, which is above 205 pounds. But nonetheless, sometimes when you've got a lot of talent like Vitor Belfort does, he will accept a challenge of like a Heath Herring. Heath ducking under that punch and getting another takedown.
We've got about 30 seconds left into the second round, 5-minute round that is. And you see how the skills are close together, and it's very difficult then to submit somebody. They're both heavyweights. Yeah, okay, Vitor's lighter, but I mean the more heavier than all the other fights you've seen. So stamina also plays a big factor right now.
Yes, it does.
I think he should explode a little bit now, especially because he had the yellow card.
Yeah. Well, he got some takedowns in that round. Wasn't real busy with the strikes. Vitor tried a few strikes, but didn't land anything. I would have to say Heath won that round.
Yeah, I think so too, but with the yellow card, maybe they're going to do it, make it a draw. So to play safe, just take the third round. It's for Heath to win, and of course, Vitor has to throw a bomb and see if he can KO Heath.
This, surprisingly, has not featured a lot of stand-up striking. Heath has landed the more significant shots standing up with the kicks. Vitor has really not landed a single shot standing up.
And it's so strange because we've seen Vitor like this in the last 3-4 fights now. He's not punching anymore. On the ground he is, but not standing up anymore. And he's such an excellent boxer.
Well, he came out early in his career, and it was right around 1996 and 97 where he exploded. He won a UFC championship title. He did it by stopping Trey Teligman, Scott Ferozzo, then he beat Tank Abbott. Then he suffered his first loss in the hands of one of the legends of the UFC, Randy Couture. But he was a puncher back then. He was a boxer. After he lost to Sakuraba on a decision of which he was dominated, could not knock Sakuraba out, he pretty much abandoned his boxing.
Yeah, it's strange.
It became like an old-style jiu-jitsu thing. That also happened simultaneously while many people left the tutelage of Carlson Gracie and they formed the Brazilian top team.
Yeah, and everybody from the top team are all ground fighters. Maybe that's a big factor too here.
Yeah, because I think pretty much all those guys we saw, Carlos Ferreira when he fought Gilbert Yvel, pretty much not even try to stand up when they just take him down and turn it into a jiu-jitsu fight.
Now, here we go. Last round.
Now, both guys have got to know they've got to make a statement in this round. The fight could be up for grabs right now because of the weight differential, and that could affect the scoring. Heath has not hurt Vitor, almost did with a couple kicks and knees as Vitor shot him for the takedown. Heath pressing forward, throwing. Oh,
That's
good low kick. That was a hard shot.
And you should do it again. Same thing. Attack the legs. Go with the kicks. Punch kicks.
Oh, beautiful high kick by Heath Herring. Vitor took the shot. Vitor in the side mount. What a shot, boss.
But he can take a punch. That was a hard kick.
You don't want to have Heath Herring kicking you in the face like that.
Oh, we saw what happened before with Tom Erickson. That was a hard kick.
Heath has got to get back on his feet.
Yeah, he needs that. And he's going to now.
He's got to just stand back up, get back up. Heath trying to spin Vitor off. Heath can't make a mistake here. I wouldn't turn the back. Now he's going to go for, looks like he might be trying for a Sakuraba move, but he doesn't have the position right now.
And he's going to go, now he's going to twist.
Wouldn't that be hilarious if he won with a wrist lock?
Yeah, he has to watch out for the choke.
Yes, he does. He's got to get his back away from Vitor because, I mean, he's got good defense.
You see Vitor bleeding and we don't know where it is. It was a right kick, huh?
Yeah, it was a right kick.
Where it comes from.
But Vitor took that shot. Now,
he didn't flinch.
He didn't flinch. He didn't even buckle him. But it did cut him, apparently. Heath has got that arm. Now, Heath has got to be careful in this position. Yeah, it's a nice move. It looks
going for a leg lock.
Going for a knee bar here, boss.
Yep. If he can.
He doesn't have position, though, and he's going to have to get guard here. Vitor trying to get busy with the punches. Nice roll there by Heath. Well, this third round has been a lot more exciting than the first two.
Oh, yeah. They're on top now, so that's a good thing, too.
He has to really be careful to keep it down. Vitor has got one hook in. He's got to be careful. He's got to get out and get into the front position.
And now he's got
the guard now, but he's got to stay face to face with Vitor. Don't want to even give him the chance. Vitor won his last fight with a rear naked choke, but he defended well. He's got face to face. If Vitor opens up his guard, I think Heath should get busy with some punches and stand back up.
That's what I think so too.
If Vitor lets go of that right arm of Heath, Heath should just throw short punches. Don't even wind up trying to hurt him. Just box his ears a little bit.
He can pull it. Yeah, that would be the smart thing to do for him right now.
Just throw, like, move his fist 3 inches away from his head, just until Vitor has to deal with it. Possibly opens the guard up, stand back up, trying for another high kick. Because you just don't want to give away the round on the ground like this. I think he really needs to get back on his feet. If this fight be close, he needs to land another one of those big kicks.
Yep. Otherwise, this can cost him the fight.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough fight to score. The 10-kilo weight difference has its pros and cons. Some people feel that if a fighter takes a fight, that he should fight under the same rules as all the other fighters on the same event.
That's what I was thinking. And if the other guy is too heavy, well, then just don't take the fight.
Because if you handicap fights, then really what you should do is just have people fight in the same weight division.
Yep.
In the olden days, 1993 till about 1995, there was a rumor going around that weight didn't matter. Now, it doesn't matter if your opponent has no skill. But if you have equal skill, the old adage of the big good man will always beat the good little man.
Yeah.
Always applies.
Of course. Now it doesn't work anymore. Like you said, Heath has gone to work now. Get out and punch, because we got like about 50 seconds left into the round. Into the fight, actually.
The fight is nearing its end, folks. It's been mainly a ground fight. A little bit of ground and pound action from Heath to the body. Heath landing a really, really excellent low kick and high kick early in this round. Vitor trying for a choke, didn't get it. Heath reversed. Heath on top in the guard. Belfort seems to be running out of options. He needs to really do something.
Yeah, what can you do in about 15 seconds? I mean, there's not a lot to do right there.
No, sweat is such a factor, fatigue. You've got this big 245-pound guy on top of you that's defended easily against every move. And there's the end of the round. I don't know. I got to go with Heath Herring on this one.
I think so too. The last round will be equal, and the first 2 rounds will both for Heath. But I don't know, the 10-kilo factor, is that going to play, is it going to make a difference? No, we just have to wait and see, I guess.
We have to wait and see. Fortunately, we don't have draws anymore. Pride used to have overtime rounds and draws, but now you got 3 rounds to establish who the winner is, and then we go to the judges, and that is that. And people have to just accept the fact. It was a close fight. Not a real barn burner like some of the other fights on this card.
Yeah, but it's very difficult to have a fight like that if you get all the action from the preliminary fights, from the fights before. Sorry for the language, I just said it wrong, of course. I'm from Holland.
Well, you know, a lot of fighters here come in, and both these gentlemen are reaching peaks in their careers. They're both in their early 20s, Heath being 23, Vitor being 24. They both have established championships. They both won tournaments. Heath Herring won a Vale Tudo tournament in South America. Vitor won the UFC. They both respect each other. You can't really go out and be a house on fire against a guy who's really good technically and who could take you out with a punch or a submission. Yeah. So they did what they had to do. We'll see if that was good enough for either guy to win.
Listen, in the first round, it was exciting. There were a lot of turns, twists, there was fighting, there were kicking, it was punching.
And there was a slowdown in the second round, but the third round picked back up with that big kicks, the big kicks of Heath Herring. But then they got back into a tie-up on the ground, but Heath ended up on top and was a little busier with the strikes.
Yeah, now let's see what the judges have to say. They're calling them right now to the center of the ring.
判定の結果をお伝えします。ジャッジ西、ビクトー。ジャッジ小林、ビクトー、ジャッジマト、ビクトー、よって。
Vitor Belfort has defeated Heath Herring.
You seem so different out of the ring, and yeah.
I'm still the same.
You're still the same.
A little bit more tattoos, but I'm still the same.
Oh, you got some new ones this time?
Yeah, I got the little one. So this is my special one, you know. This is the KO list. Every time somebody gets knocked out, little the next one.
Which hurts more, getting punched or getting a tattoo?
No, I think a tattoo, because when you get punched, you don't feel it. You just, oh damn, I'm hit. He hit hard, but you have to hit somebody 3 or 4 times before you get down. And I can hit somebody 1 time and you get down. So. And I can take a punch, he can take a punch. It's going to be a great fight.
Great fight. So you're not intimidated by him at all?
No, he's a nice guy. I like him.
He's going to be on your next knockout list?
Yeah, you have to. It'll be a little bit big ones, special ones. With the flags and the little nice things, because I beat Igor.
Why are you so angry at the Brazilian fighters?
The Brazilian fighters are real arrogant and stupid. A few are nice. You look like, what's his name? Victor. He beat me. Okay, he's nice, but the other fighters says a bit of a...
When you hear backstage in the locker room and you're with a Brazilian fighter, do you ever have a conversation with them?
No, not anymore. Before I was good with the guys, but now no anymore.
So you don't talk?
No.
Even if you pass them in the hallway, you won't say hi or anything?
After that.
187センチ、103キロ、
Gilbert Yvel, the man with the punches, kicks, and knees.
176センチ、103キロ、Igor Vovchanchyn!
Vovchanchyn, hugely popular here, who was a finalist in the Pride Grand Prix Fighting Championships last year, losing to Mark Coleman. We know both these guys. We respect them.
They respect each other.
I would be willing to predict that this fight will not go the distance.
It's going to be a world wonder.
Both guys real serious. You know there's respect here. Gilbert coming forward with a front kick. Vovchanchyn backing up. Vovchanchyn is a counter fighter.
Yeah, so watch out for the backing up. Good low kick.
There's that low kick now. The low kick may be a key factor here. There's a low kick. Nice slip there by Vovchanchyn. The tension in this fight is unbelievable, boss, because you know,
I feel
there's
it
that
here.
Jump knee. Vovchanchyn going for the takedown like I predicted. Vovchanchyn in the side mount, boss.
Oh, this is not a good position to be in for Gilbert.
No, because Vovchanchyn can throw that knee. This isn't one of those 10-kilo, you know, change so that the guy's handicap fights. This fight, they're going to have to fight.
They need to step over for mount.
I don't know that the mount would be the good thing to do here because he can control him better. Although Gilbert doesn't have great defense for the mount. He's not the greatest grappler in the world. And he doesn't have the best takedown defense either. But Gilbert may just wait for a restart, but if Igor keeps punching, now it looks like Igor is going for the mount, boss.
Yep. Now he should twist to the left. That's it. He's
got
right
the mount
thing.
now.
He's gonna.
He can't turn his back because Igor's going to put the. Oh, he's going to go for a choke. But if Vovchanchyn goes for a choke, I'm going to be a monkey's uncle. Vovchanchyn going for a choke here.
Uh-oh for you.
Oh, good. I'm not a monkey's uncle.
Well, still, if he's going to apply the choke now, you're going to be a monkey's uncle.
We've seen some reversals, boss. These are the Titans. You know, Gilbert. He's going for the choke again.
And he's got it under. It's digged under.
Oh my! If he chokes out Gilbert Yvel, this is going. Oh my God, boss!
He chokes him out.
Igor Vovchanchyn has choked out Gilbert Yvel. Oh my God! Unbelievable!
First time ever we see Igor Vovchanchyn apply a submission hold on somebody.
Oh my God! I never expected that. I thought that Gilbert was going to keep him standing, throw the knees. They were going to get into a shootout. Gilbert's got to work on his ground game.
He needs to work real hard on his ground game.
Gilbert really has to work on his ground game. Standing up, he's maybe the most dangerous striker there is in the sport, but Vovchanchyn, as I predicted, took him down. Why stand up with Gilbert Yvel? Even though Vovchanchyn is super accomplished, it was 1 minute 52 seconds of the first round. Igor Vovchanchyn with rear naked choke. Okay, in the ring, Yoshihiro Takayama, coming from a pro wrestling background, and he's stepping in real deep with Fujita, who's entering the auditorium right now. Speaking of stepping in deep, we have joining us at ringside the Pride Fighting Championships Grand Prix champion, the top heavyweight mixed martial art fighter in the world, Mark the Hammer Coleman. Mark, welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you very much, Steve. It's my pleasure to be here. Bass, it's good to see you again.
Good seeing you too, man.
Help me out a little bit here if I need it.
No problem. No problem. Bring me right.
Well, you know, we've got two wrestlers in the ring, Mark.
Yes.
One of them challenged you, Fujita. What was it, after Pride 10?
Well, I've been getting challenged quite a bit here lately, so it's nothing new to me. I expect that. I'm the champion, and he should challenge me.
Do you find it ironic that a lot of people will issue a verbal challenge, but very few people will step up to the plate and get in the ring with you?
That seems to be what happens a lot lately. Everybody says they want to fight me, but when it comes down to it, not many people get in there. But everybody's improving. Fujita's getting very good, and we'll see what he's got tonight.
Fujita is a great takedown artist. He took down an old stablemate of yours, Mark Kerr, when they fought, and he's going to be facing in against Takayama. Takayama is really gambling a lot here tonight because he's coming from pro wrestling in Japan. He's immensely popular. If he loses tonight, it's definitely going to impact his drawing power in pro wrestling. Fujita, on the other hand, was never really a big superstar in pro wrestling, but he's really a superstar in this game. Let's go to the introduction. Yoshihiro Takayama. That's a big guy at 6'6", 275 pounds.
I would say that would be one of his strong points, is his size. That's definitely going to be a factor here.
Well, one of the things that's going to be a factor for Kazuyuki Fujita right there with the blonde hair is strength, Mark.
Yes.
He's a strong guy.
They both look like they're very strong. I anticipate Fujita being able to take him down, and we'll see what happens from there.
Yeah, it's pretty much impossible to knock Fujita out. We've seen he got knees, he got punches so hard. Got punched so hard in the head, he never went down.
You know, Takayama has predicted that he will fight Fujita the exact same way that Ken Shamrock fought him, but he will not give up.
Wow.
You know, he comes from, I guess he's got, 10 years ago he started training in Muay Thai, and he stopped training about 3 years ago in Muay Thai, went into pro wrestling. Look at the size of Takayama. Whoa. I don't think he wants to lead with a kick against Fujita.
Oh, that was a knee.
And that's the reason why.
Yes. That's normally what happens.
Now Fujita working for side mount. Oh, Takayama trying to stack up and get back up.
Good place for some knees right here.
To the head. Boom to the boom.
Well, Fujita's got to get his base first. Takayama is really kind of neutralizing any knee attack at this point, but he's going to waste a lot of energy trying to stop this takedown. What do you think, Mark?
Well, both guys are using energy in this spot. It's really hard to take a man down. That's when you spend a lot of energy trying to take a man down. It's even harder to take a guy down than it is to stop one, I think.
That's a really interesting point. I think that it's time, as you said, to use that knee. The left knee would be the perfect weapon right now for Fujita.
Yes.
If he threw that, now he's ready for it. But he's twisting to the left, so he's off balance. If he throws the left knee, he'll probably fall over.
The big guy's got some good leverage here, too, right now. But looks like the knee's available if he wants to use it.
Takayama fighting a lot better than I thought he would. I know he's tremendously popular over here. I'm not greatly familiar with him. I do know one thing about Takayama. He's 1/4 Apache Indian.
Wow. Geronimo was actually 100%.
Left hand there by Fujita.
This could be a real interesting match, actually.
It's been a real interesting match so far because he shut down Fujita's takedown.
Well, he's got a real good sprawl, and he's got a whole lot of leverage, and he is slowing him down right now.
Takayama has said that he really wants to prove that he belongs in mixed martial arts. But as we said before, he's taking a huge risk here. If he loses to Fujita, that's going to really negatively impact his pro wrestling career. But we've seen a lot of really good pro wrestlers in Japan come out. Kazushi Sakuraba comes to mind, and even Fujita, and really go into fights like Valley Judo fights, mixed martial art fights, and do well.
Oh, right uppercut, left hook. Good combination.
But he's not really a puncher. Maybe it was a good combination, but I get the feeling that Takayama could take a shot.
Wouldn't that be an upset, huh, tonight?
A fight like this would be the equivalent of if Goldberg got into the UFC. Oh, those hurt.
All uppercuts. 5 in a row.
Nice.
Keep going. Whoa.
Somebody finally threw a knee.
He's been working on his uppercuts, obviously. Very good uppercuts.
Look at this.
Very nice.
But the guy's wide open for one. I mean,
he's asking for it.
Yeah, he's got to cover up later.
What I was saying earlier is that a fight like this is the equivalent of if Bill Goldberg from the WCW got in the ring with Triple H in the UFC, and it was not a pro wrestling fight, but it was like a real mixed martial art fight. Can you imagine how many viewers would tune in for that?
Oh, that'd be great.
That would be unbelievable, Mark. Boss, I mean, that would be tremendous. So here in Japan, people are loving this.
And the guy's doing good.
He really is. I mean, Fujita lands some uppercuts, but this, good knee.
Oh.
Boss, he's going to knock him out if he catches him with a knee.
He caught him on the knee to the body.
Fatigue's going to be a factor here pretty soon, I can see.
Good right hand.
Oh, and a good hand back, and another. Wow. Now, we don't have to worry that it was a pro wrestling match. This is full power going on here. He should knee him now. Right to the solar plexus. Straight to the solar plexus.
Yeah, they're both expending a lot of energy here. Working very hard.
If Takayama threw the knee to the chin, we've seen Fujita take shots, but this is a really big guy.
Yeah, but just go for the body, you know, because they're getting fatigued. They did a lot of work already. You want to attack the body right now. And then maybe go to the head.
Fujita has very little respect for Takayama.
Very good. That's what I heard. Wow.
Fujita's got very little respect for Takayama. He said that he doesn't even deserve a game plan. He said that he thinks Takayama is jealous of him. Wow. That's why he wanted to fight him. But Takayama is really hurting. It looks like Fujita's really gasping for air here.
Yeah, that's not a good idea to take anybody lightly in this sport. You never know how hard they train and how much they have improved.
Yeah, and especially he had nothing to prove. He comes in, and if he takes out Fujita, he takes out somebody special here. So he probably trained like an unbelievable. And there we go, the uppercuts again. This is going to be it.
These guys are going to really be tired in that second round. That's for sure. It's going to come down to conditioning and who can take the best shot. Definitely. You got the big guy throwing the knees, Fujita throwing the uppercuts. Nobody's taking anybody down. There's a knee, but that had nothing on it. Wow. Mark, who do you want to fight next? Would you like to fight the winner of one of these guys?
I would definitely like to fight the winner because both these guys are extremely popular here in Japan, and it'd be a great matchup, great for the fans to see. But
this could turn the fight.
That was slick.
Nice.
Fujita did a nice straight down drop. Takayama went for it, and now Fujita. Now we got the position. Now you know this position, Mark.
Yes, it's a nice position to be in, and he should take advantage of it here.
This is the Mark Coleman position.
Throw some knees.
Yeah, because you don't want to be in a front headlock with Mark Coleman, and we'll see if Fujita's got the knees like our champion, Mark the Hammer Coleman. Wow. Back up. Now, Fujita let the guy off the hook there. He may be too tired to capitalize.
Fatigue setting in here.
It's a lot of weight difference also. The guy is just a big, strong guy. He's not like only big, he's strong.
Boss, you came up practicing Muay Thai in Holland. You know that the plum clinch, the Muay Thai clinch, when they pull down on your neck,
it's exhausting.
Exhausting. And he's done nothing but pull down on Fujita's neck the whole time. That creates strain in the low back, the neck.
And the knee again. If he knees him now, right to the plexus, oh my God, he's going to knock him out.
Oh, right
That's
there.
what I said.
Right on cue, boss.
And he's going to hurt him like this.
Uppercuts.
Well, Fujita is going to really have to regroup here because Takayama is really giving him a hard fight. The only thing I can see where Takayama may lose is
takedown.
Well, I don't think he's going to worry about takedown because Fujita already took him down once. I think the fatigue is going to be a factor here. Takayama, at 34 years of age, is a big guy, but
there we go, knees. This could be it. This could be it.
This is going to be it. Oh, he is. Oh, no, but he's still there.
My God, this guy can take a shot too.
What is it with these pro wrestlers in Japan? They can take a shot.
Look at this.
Unbelievable heart.
That's tough.
If there be any criticism from factions around the internet about pro wrestlers coming in and ooh, this big boogeyman or something, these guys are proving that they can fight with the best of them. Fujita's proven he beat Kerr, he beat Shamrock. What's happening?
No, they restarted probably in the center of the ring.
Fujita beat Kerr, he beat Shamrock, he beat Gilbert Yvel. Those are three tough guys. And this guy's just walking in like, so what?
It's crazy.
Mark, are you surprised by this fight so far?
No, I'm not surprised by anything. I've been in this sport for a long time, and anything can happen. Who trained hard, who improved, and we're seeing it right here. This guy's showing me a lot. He's got a big heart, and, you know, maybe he can wear Fujita down and come back.
Well,
I would definitely like to fight the winner.
Okay, Mark, since you just said you definitely like to fight the winner, here's what Fujita said. I spoke to him 2 days ago.
Look at this.
He said, Mark Coleman is #1. I'd like to fight him. Now, Fujita's got to beat this guy first, but he's in a good position of control. My prediction is that Takayama's going to run out of gas.
Yes, I think so. And hopefully that's a match that they can set up, because that would be definitely very big here in Japan. And that's what I want to do, is please the fans and put on a show.
Yeah, and it's something you can do real good.
That would be a war. You know, I think if you fought Fujita, I think you'd probably turn it into a boxing match, because Fujita has not demonstrated the ability to block punches other than with his chin.
Fujita here should pass that foot, the right foot of Takayama, because then he can go to full mount and he can start throwing bombs down there.
I mean, he's got his,
he only has to step
his
over.
foot stuck up in there somehow. He's in a good position right here.
He can step it over real easy.
Jeez, he can finish him off right here. Hook the ankle, maybe.
This guy's got unbelievable heart. I got to tell you.
You see, he could go even for arm, but wow, that was a good shot.
The big guy's stuck in a bad position. He's got his foot all cranked up in there.
Side choke is coming up there, ladies and gentlemen.
A lot of trouble here. I think it's over.
No, he's going to give it up. He doesn't, doesn't want to waste his energy, but the guy's getting lumped up pretty good.
He should pass that foot.
Why do you say that, boss? I think he's got a real good position here with that foot stuck
because he can't turn. That's what you mean, because then he cannot turn out. But I think when he passes it and he goes to full mount, he can throw lefts and rights. But it's true what you say, because now this way he cannot turn on his side because he's stopping him.
He's stuck right there.
Yeah, this is a good thing to do.
Now this guy's firing back though. Look at this guy. Takayama has, by no stretch of the imagination, given up yet. He's still in the fight, and he's probably waiting for the next round so he can stand back up.
Yeah, and then it's going to be difficult again for Fujita, because he had a hard time taking him down the first time. Oh my God, this is going to be great.
Good round. What a great round. I'm surprised. I figured that Fujita was going to walk right through this guy. This guy came out slinging and banging, got him into a Muay Thai clinch, through the knees. Takayama really looks worse for the wear, though, in the corner.
Well, you know, until you step in that ring for the first time, you really don't know how tiring, how fatiguing it is. You may have trained very hard in practice, but until you get in there and do it live, it's a totally different situation. So he definitely looks very tired. He's probably questioning himself right now.
Feeling that he's going to stop.
Well, the doctor is looking real close at Takayama. Takayama, like so many of the fighters here, Shoji, would probably not quit on his own because it's not in his best interests. But no, I think that Takayama is gonna come to. Okay, here it is in the clinch. Now, Takayama's going to throw that knee. Now, it's really surprising. Oh, that, you know, Takayama took some mean shots there on the ground. Took 4 knees right on the button. and the guy just worked to try and get out of the position.
Nothing can ruin this show anymore now. Nothing. Whatever happens to this fight, this is the best show Pride ever had.
This, boss, I'm with you. I'm with you. This is, I mean, Pride 10 and the Pride Grand Prix close behind it were the two best shows we've had. This Pride, this has been definitely the best Pride that I have ever seen.
That's what's got to happen. Every show has to get better and keep the fans coming back.
I think, I'm of the opinion Pride 10 was the best mixed martial art event I've ever seen. So, thus, this one, me personally, I'm a very opinionated guy, as I know both you guys are. Look at Takayama. He's ready to roll.
I don't know about that.
He's ready to roll. Yeah.
He's ready to try to roll.
Well, maybe in his heart he is, but he's starting to look like a little bit of a guppy there in the face.
He's actually a good jab. Look at this.
He's trying.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult to take him down now.
It's because of the sweat. Oh, he's throwing that right hand. He better not land that right hand. That's a big right hand.
Ooh, something flew.
Oh, wow. What a big right hand by Fujita. And Takayama just took that punch like nothing.
What did they eat?
He shoots for a single and he gets his back. Takayama back up.
He's going to suplex.
He can't suplex this. No. That's too big. Oh, my God.
Oh, I thought he was going to do it.
He lowered his hips just in time.
Well, he should have walked the other way. Now the knees.
Bad position for Takayama. He's got to get out of there.
A lot of trouble.
He's going to knock him out.
Oh, they're going to have to stop the fight.
No, he's spun out. Good defense by Takayama.
Armbar.
Is he going to go for an armbar?
No. No, straight armbar would be not very smart to do right now. But like a hammerlock, the chicken wing you can make, you know, when Takayama's on the side. Not anymore. This is dangerous. It's not.
He's doing a Mark Coleman.
Yeah, but he still looks fresh.
Yeah. He's not going to choke this guy. This guy's got such heart. I'm blown away at this guy. He's got to get out of this position. He's got to stand up right now.
Oh, he's going to get a knee.
He's going to get another knee. This guy has shown. This guy has shown that he's
waiting for it.
He can take maybe a better shot than Fujita can, and that's unbelievable.
I really don't think his professional wrestling stock should drop after this performance.
Wow, what a smart.
That's a very good point, Mark.
This is just an excellent performance.
Side choke. He's got it. He's got it.
He's got it.
Yeah, he's got it.
He's got it full on.
But this guy's strong, though.
That's tight.
He should walk the other way.
You know, he's flipping over the wrong way. He's going the wrong way.
Yeah, now it's sinking in. Now it's totally sinking in. He's defending it wrong.
Look at his face. This guy's, I don't think, is this guy going to tap? No, he's not going to tap.
No, he's doing it. He's walking the wrong way.
He's out. That's it. It's done.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my
One fight.
Wow.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
I got to tell you. Wow. Fujita is a stud.
Yeah.
Man, that guy put a beating on him in that first round.
Yeah, but Takayama was unbelievable too. His first appearance at NHB.
Wow, definitely impressed.
If this guy gets the right trainer and they work on just really all he has to do is work on his work on his conditioning, because Fujita couldn't take him down the first round. All he has to do is work on his conditioning. That's it. Because he had the strikes. That was a great fight.
Wow. What a show.
We've seen, okay, that was 2 minutes and 18 seconds into round 2. The 15,362 fans present tonight definitely got their money's worth.
There we go again. Look at it. There was the knee. He started it up. And now he's waiting for the knee. At the moment he gives the knee, he's going to stand up. Oh, no, there was a knee later. Here we go, mount, side choke.
And it was a side choke, boss, just like you said. And Takayama, wow, this guy, talk about samurai spirit, he wouldn't tap. He wouldn't give it up, Mark.
No, unbelievable. That's the way all these Japanese fighters are. He's truly got amazing hearts and hard heads.
People might think I'm crazy, but I want to see Takayama fight again. He's going to give guys problems.
Definitely. You know who he should fight? Definitely. He should fight that guy from last time that fought against Satake. That would be the great matchup. They're both big.
Yatsui.
Right. The big pro wrestler who also beat a real good K1 fighter.
Yeah, he did.
In his debut fight.
Okay, now this puts together a lot of possibilities here. Mark, you're the champion of Pride, but people, myself included, regard you as the top heavyweight in the world. Randy Couture is the UFC heavyweight champion. They got some good fighters over there. Do you think that there's ever a possibility that you may want to fight Randy Couture?
Well, most definitely. After watching his last fight with Pedro Rizzo, that was one of the best fights I had ever seen in my life, and I was truly inspired by that fight, and I've been training very hard ever since then because the energy expanded during that fight was something I'm going to have to work very hard to be able to do. So that's what I've been doing. I'm in the office. I'm prepared for anybody right now. I'm going to be in shape, and maybe Fujita, maybe Couture, it doesn't matter to me. Whoever the fans want to see me fight, that's who I'll fight.
Well, what we've seen tonight.
Nice job.
Nice job. Nice job. Nice job. Very good. Now, Fujita's in the ring now doing a couple of declarative statements, and he's giving honor and praise to his opponent.
Yes.
And that shows a lot of class.
He should.
Because he knows he was in a fight. All I can say is, wow, this may be the greatest mixed martial art event that I've ever seen in my life. It's true. Pride 10 was great. The Grand Prix was great. This was better. Risa, to you, what do you think was the top moment?
You know, I don't know where to start, but I especially liked the final match, Fujita and Takayama. That was great. You know, I never thought Takayama would last that long. Fujita did really well. But I was also disappointed because all the fighters I was cheering for instance, Guy Metzger, Yvel, also Keith Haring, they all happened to lose, and I was really bummed out about that.
Emotions there.
Emotions, huh?
Okay, boss. Now, speaking of emotions, what was the most outstanding moment or moments for you?
For me, the most smart moment, so to say, was that Igor Vovchanchyn took the fight against Gilbert Yvel to the ground. Take him out of his game plan, and there he just choked him, and it came over like it was easy. That was unbelievable for me.
What a great evening. On behalf of Boss Rutan, Lisa Stegmeyer, I'm Stephen Quadros. I am the Fight Professor. Domo arigato. Sayonara.
Sayonara.